kids, it's me, Dad. Huh. Here we are again. For whatever this means. Jesus Christ. Well, stayed in bed all day? God, I wish. Things would have been much more convenient for me, I'll be honest. Funny how that works. How are you? I'm here. Snack. Oh, Nelly. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my neck. Come here, little thing. There we go. Anything happened today, kids? You want to have a discussion about anything? Ranting for 3 hours. That happens. Not too fond of certain groups. Chat, you ever get recommended a random stream from someone you'd never heard of where they're playing a game you really like? And you have the idea to give them a chance, so you watch for like 5 minutes, and then they play the fucking game wrong, and then you stop? You ever have that? Huh. What was it? Don't worry about it. I should stream Fear again. Huh. Oh, my spine. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, the suffering that I feel each and every day. Who the fuck is texting me? Fuck off, Google. Ugh. Ugh. To watch members only stream using the Xbone app. That does sound like something that the Xbox of all things would let slip. Ugh. Ugh. Oh. Has anything happened that warrants discussion, dear Chathany? Did anything happen today or tomorrow or whatever? Is there any weird shit going on currently? Plans to have a watch-along of Shower's counterattack when Twerk gets to it. Slightly worried that Twerk will get to it while I'm away and won't be able to attend. Big fan of Shower's counterattack. Sony wants to make an AI that plays the game for you. The consequences of making games to appeal to dark side Phil. Isn't life grand? Wow. Amazing. Incredible. Gah. Oh. Unironically wants to make the beat a game button. A little bit, yes. A smidge, a hair. Gah. Twerk's favorite mono-eye mobile suit is Zaku 2. I think Zaku 1s are pretty underrated, to be honest. I think they're really cool looking. The Dom is pretty good, too. Remember the CEO of EA or something saying they would want reloads in Call of Duty being a microtransaction. Jesus Christ. Fond of Zaku 1 Sniper. Pretty great! Valor, hello. Mmm. Twerk's pretty much hating a lot of Z. It's not as good as the first series. Chat, which, I guess, season of Gundam as an entire franchise was G? What is that, like the 12th? Is that what it is? It's not a season. You know what I fucking mean, goddammit! If the entire Gundam franchise is one show, then each series is a season. Mobile Fighter G Gundam, that is the one, yes. You ever watch Bunny Malone? Can't say I have. Horror game with the girl doing wrestling moves on monsters looked nice. Saw clips of it today. The actual punching looks really jank. I saw their inspiration for the wrestling stuff was specifically SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. 2008's a red flag, I'm not gonna lie. Know you like close combat mobile suits? Rate the one in lobby. I am checking right now immediately. Oh yeah, that thing's pretty good. That thing's pretty alright. I could get behind that. That ain't bad at all. 7? Came after Wing, came after 8th M... Wait, did it come out after 8th MS Team? Did it? I don't remember. No. God. The creator of Beastars and Sonda is younger than me. It sucks when you hear something like that, isn't it? Terrible. Ugh. And get knocked off the ship into space. Happens to the best of us. You remember when Domon punched the guy? I remember. Ugh. Wing was after G? How? OG, then Z, then double Z, then CCA, then F91, then Victory. And then the AU starts with G in 94. Fuck. Ugh. Oh, the ravages of time. A year after G. Christ. Everything's terrible. I deserve to be young forever. You don't. I've earned the right. Ugh. Victory had the same art director as G. Yeah, that tracks. They're doing a rear airing of Gundam X on the 30th anniversary, and they're not even airing all the episodes. That sounds really bad. know, Chad, it's been a long time since I watched G Gundam. Why was the Japanese man in disguise as a German? Why did that happen? Huh. Using G as a ranking of something in video games. I believe that's just the way the education system works over there. It goes from G up to S, doesn't it? Your letter gradings requires spoilers for users who might want to watch it. You know, fair enough. Yeah. Ugh. Chatbot, rate Tequila Gundam. Ten out of 10? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Tequila Gundam is a solid 9. These are good scores. The G Gundam manga has changed plot. Is it one of those? Would be a 10 if we saw it fight. Chat, is there a reason Vegeta and Piccolo never fought, ever? Why did that never happen? In anything, I don't believe. Toriyama forgot. Chat, it's been like a while since we did the streams for Sparking Zero. When we did the Piccolo story, did anything that I did get Piccolo to fight Vegeta? Anything at all? No? Missed opportunity on Majin Piccolo, by the way. Yeah. Hang on. Had to get rid of that. It was annoying me. Is it time for the Sloppa? Do you want it to be time for the Sloppa? There's a number of things in the Sloppa. I have contributed a number of things to this episode of the Slop. So I hope you can be imparted with certain wisdom as to the quality of slop that will be on display soon enough. It's gonna be a bit of a time, though, so I hope you have it in for you. Well, no time like the present, I suppose. We're starting off strong this episode, Chatney. Starting off very strong. Switch Films Inc. YouTube poop. Zelda the King's unreasonable demands.
Here's the traitor, your majesty. Please, your omnipotence, have mercy.
After you've scrubbed all the floors in Hyrule, then after you've scrubbed all the floors in Gamelon, then after you've scrubbed all of me, then after you've rubbed oil on my penis, then you can rub my dick.
These things really changed the landscape of entertainment, didn't they?
Dinner.
Great.
Then after you
Amel.
strive for this piece, then you can send Link for pizza, then you can save me for pieces of pizza, then you can protect Zelda's boobies.
But father,
After you then you can help
Hates YouTube
Pete
poops.
in the morning. Then after you go on
Infant brained.
then you can
Really thinking about it.
Help.
Eat an Octorok cock.
Then you can.
Go fuck yourself.
Then you can.
Do the duck walk.
Then you can.
Eat off and hum.
Onto.
Ganon's beautiful face.
Stop it.
Then after you.
Please.
All the
Plumbers.
and
The Mushroom Kingdom.
then we can talk about mercy. Take him away.
Yes, my liege.
I should buy a musketeer hat. That's a thing I should do.
Nice of Duke Uncle to invite us over for a picnic, eh, Luigi?
I hope she meant
Something spicy!
Luigi, look! It's from
Duke Uncle.
dear beautiful.
Plumbers.
I'm going to.
Fuck.
You.
And please.
You.
With come.
This doesn't sound
For
appealing.
mercy. And come.
It sounds very unappealing, in fact.
Hey, you! Get off of my penis!
Please. Valley. Oh, have
Me.
No,
please.
no.
Duke Uncle.
It's one of those gays. Well, maybe
Duke Uncle.
we'll
Make.
make us a picnic if we
Fuck.
yeah.
Mm.
This is it, Luigi.
This is it!
I no, no,
Yes, yes,
no,
yes,
no,
yes, yes,
no,
yes,
no,
yes,
no,
yes, yes,
no.
yes.
He's not coming. Ha ha! Here's the problem. Too
Cannoli.
many penises. You know what they say? All penises. Come on, Luigi.
Yes, yes, yes.
That oughta
It was always going to turn out this way, quite frankly.
The traitor once again, your majesty. Please, your omnipotence, have mercy.
It's a mystery as old as time itself. Wonder if someone's ever tried to animate these scenes. Someone had to have, yes.
Fuck me. Father.
Sure.
Yeah, that's about right. That would explain a few things. Next! Snowbike CT snapshots from the Creature Hub.
Year round, I rode my bike to school. Man, I ate some shit on black ice.
Never
some
learned to
days.
ride a bike, I'll be honest.
I knew it was gonna be a bad day when I like opened my garage and like started to go out of my driveway, and I went to turn and I ate shit right into the street, and I still had the whole journey ahead of me. It was one time
I slipped on
one time
ice
my
once.
bike
It
chain
was
broke.
bad.
Incident right there.
You're just like fucking like power manning through snow on a bike, and you get to school and you're like, I'm ready right now. I just fucking.
I'm just like trooping it and
I
getting.
just biked a mile on my bike, and I'm cold as fuck.
I get shit on.
times.
I get shit on by every kid going to school because they're in a bus or a car and it's me on a
Just
bike.
driving by. Yeah. Is that going to be a story you tell your grandchildren when you're older and you just be like, back in my day, I would ride the bike through negative 10 degrees.
It's true.
Jigger over there, and I had to ride my bike in the freezing cold uphill both ways.
I had to walk home in like negative 30 degrees once.
Hoverboards and your motor scooters.
You ever walk 40 minutes home
Kids are lucky they made a global.
in the dead of winter in the state of Wisconsin? It's not fun.
We were so careless with the environment, so it's always 95 to 150. You've never
out
even
here.
seen snow, have you, you little shit?
We've only seen acid rain.
A simpler time. A better time. Extreme levels of hail. Came home covered in bruises that day. I walked home in torrential rain once. That was a bad one. You know, torrential rain makes your clothes smell like real bad the day after. It's not a great time for anybody. Good. Next! This was one of my contribution. Luke Von Aspirin, the top 20 moves of Pack. Face, just have it be Pack in the Spider-Man suit. That was phenomenal. Jesus God. God, Pack's so good at his job. This is not even a minute long. Frisbee. Joe Biden got that diabolical Pack AI voice.
To all you bitch-ass punks calling me Sleepy Joe, I'm wide awake, motherfucker. If you keep talking, I'm gonna pull out the magic wand and make you sleep forever. My Glock got the extendo clip so long, you would think it took a Viagra laced with forbidden spells. I got the eraser, cause all of you some mistakes. We smoke in that evil shadow realm, This Kush pack's so diabolical that it will make your dentures get cavities. This pack is so loud, there's a good chance you wake up in Blight Town. We got that.
You wake up in Blight Town is insane.
All my ops getting turned into that potion, that dark elixir, that codeine, when I put them in my cauldron. Pussies won't see it coming when I cast a fireball and set their cloak aflame. Slide if you dare, my gang's so deep you can call me fucking Sauron.
And they say there's no good use of AI. Next! Oh god, this one's at least only 15 seconds. Pig Hunter. Where's the king?
I just wonder what Ganon's up to. Your Majesty. Where is the king? I just stuffed the king up my butt.
Help me.
Holy crap.
Short and to the point, at least. Next! Oh, Jesus Christ! Wang. Redditors injured by homemade toys. Tales from the internet. Oh, this'll go well!
I made a short a while back about a girl who had a bit of a gross misadventure with a pool toy. A very stinky misadventure. And a lot of the comments that I got on that post seemed to reflect the fact that normally this is something that happens to guys. Often in even more gross and horrifying ways. And they were right. I mean, just look at the coconut story that I covered.
Don't remind me!
But really, that story is just scratching the surface. There's so many more of these. And a lot of them have much more severe consequences. And I warn you, some of the tales in this video are gonna have you uncomfortably crossing your legs.
Yeah,
In today's
probably.
video, let's take a look at some online misadventures with improvised pocket kitties.
Jesus Christ in heaven.
This video is sponsored by Colon Broom. It was only just a couple videos ago that I had mentioned for reasons relevant to the video that people ain't getting enough fiber.
It's enough to drive a man to drinking.
That's where Colon Broom comes in. Colon Broom is a high-fiber dietary supplement that uses the highest quality ingredients to support your gut health. The main component is psyllium husk, which is proven to help intestinal problems and benefit
Chat, disregarding what it is I'm looking at right
diarrhea,
now.
blood pressure.
YouTubers that put sponsors in the video themselves, none of that is like effective after a year or so, right?
And removes unwanted material.
All those links
Why would you
die
wanna
after
do this?
about a
Well,
year.
it helps to lower
Like
the risk
100% of
cancer
the
and
time.
diabetes. It also helps to lower bad LDL cholesterol and works as a prebiotic to nourish the healthy bacteria in your gut. Colon Broom is having their biggest sale yet with 65% off. Don't miss out on this limited time sale and use code WANG to get another 10% off your order. Just click the link in the description and grab your discounted batch of Colon
When
Broom
is Raid Shadow Legends gonna give me $2,000 to shill their product that I won't play?
You know how in the first 15 to 30 seconds of a video, you have to keep it extra G-rated or else YouTube is just gonna bury the video and demonetize and all that crap? So the way I get around it is I gotta come up with euphemisms for things. So I'm like, what's a good euphemism for a fleshlight? And I'm coming up with nothing at first. So I look it up, and the things that they're giving me, Alabama egg roll, Fleshkimo brothers. To me, that sounds more like if you and your friend are sharing the same one. Probably my favorite one that I saw was Greenpeace Hot Pocket, which to me sounds more like a hot pocket that's vegan, and I'm not sure you get what that is technically vegan. In any case, I wasn't really satisfied with any of those, and then I pulled pocket kitties out of my ass. But anyway, here are some stories of homemade toys gone horribly wrong. Our first story is like something out of Silent Hill, specifically Silent Hill 4, if you know what I mean. TIFU.
I think I do, actually. That's not good.
With a drill and a pool noodle.
Jesus
How
Christ!
Do you circumcise yourself with a drill? I'm picturing someone, you know, like doing the fork and spaghetti.
No!
Anyway, this is a throwaway account because his friends know his real Reddit account. He talks about the birthday he had the year before making this post. This was a depressing birthday for him as he had nobody to spend it with. All of his friends
Me every year, man.
to do anything, and to that experience made him officially feel like he had reached adulthood. He had also been single for about a year, so he was feeling particularly lonely.
Only
so he
a
decides that
year,
he's gonna
you say?
Celebrate this birthday by himself with what he describes as an extra special masturbation experience. Starts looking around his house for ideas. Makes me think about how back in the day, people used to wind up on this website called Jackin' World. It's actually still there in its original form, that beautiful 90s web design. This site would have you come up with all kinds of crazy contraptions, like things with sandwich bags, couches,
Why?
banana peels. But this guy didn't have that. He just MacGyvered something up on his own, tinkering in his basement like a little Thomas Edison. Here's what he comes up with. He cuts off a section from an old pool noodle. I have no idea why this always comes back to the pool toys.
Why is it always a
Stuffs the
pool noodle?
with a microfiber cloth, and using a needle and thread, he winds up fixing it to the inside of the pool noodle. He then lubes up the inside, puts on a condom, as he says for extra smoothness, and he just goes to town. The idea of using a cloth, any cloth, even a microfiber cloth, sounds like a terrible idea, but that wasn't the problem. He said it was actually really good. But then as he's finishing up his special experience, he notices, at the other side of his apartment, his power drill. I guess on some level, I can understand the compulsion to want to use it. I mean, you get that, like, that little, like, twisty motion, right?
Not even a
You would
little
never in a
bit!
million years see me put my junk next to anything that could generate that sort of power. But I guess this guy was just braver than I am. So what he does is he puts toilet paper in one end of the tube, shoves the paper into the drill chuck, and then puts the pool noodle back onto himself. It starts spinning, and he says it feels amazing. But it felt a little too good. So good that he kinda loses himself in the moment. And as he starts nutting, he pushes himself further into the tube.
Stop it!
Feels fine, but then as he pulls back, he notices that he's stuck in the drill chuck. Specifically, his foreskin is caught in there.
Yeah, no
he takes
shit!
his finger off the trigger immediately and tries to get it out, but it's stuck. And while he's trying to free himself from the drill, he's still getting those, like, you know, those, like, little, like, aftershock nut putters. So he's trapped in the drill and still nutting very reluctantly, as he puts it. He compares it to if you had finished watching your favorite video and then all of a sudden it switches to Ron Jeremy. And then he describes his mission to save his foreskin. I could feel that my foreskin was still somewhat attached, and I didn't want that to change. So I put on my baggiest pair of pants. That's why you should always have a pair of Jenkos ready. I put on my baggiest pair of pants and drove to Emerge. I told them exactly what happened in front of a young woman, family of 5, and an old Indian couple. It was definitely the most embarrassing experience of my life. Although he doesn't remember much of it, he says that the surgery was a success. He just couldn't touch himself for a few weeks, and that wound up being the worst birthday of his life. You got people in the comments asking him to show the surgery scar, but he's afraid that in the future someone might see his dick and then recognize him from the Reddit post. Of course, this being Reddit also leads to a massive discourse about circumcision. You got a guy in there who's actively trying to regrow his foreskin by stretching it. You got a guy in there
that's not how that works!
Better to be circumcised, and it gets a little heated in the thread. But ultimately, the poster was satisfied in his decision to keep his. Our next story also involves foreskin destruction. C. Bugger writes, TIFU by ripping my foreskin apart with a ceiling fan.
Why would you?
Get this
Why?
In my head. Do you remember that episode of The Simpsons where Bart steals Grandpa's dentures and he puts them in his mouth and bites onto the ceiling fan and swings around? I'm just imagining that with this guy in his foreskin. Although, you know, he would have had to be a really little guy for it to not pull it out of the ceiling. He begins by saying that this story took place 20 years ago when he was 16. This, of course, was before he was online, so he had to get a little creative sometimes. One day, his mother goes to the store and
some people need to not be creative
he takes
at all.
Toilet paper roll, fills it with wet toilet paper, and then duct tapes it to his wiener. I had to reread it several times.
Why
to make sure
would
that he said he taped it to his wiener and not just, you know, to itself? Because there's no way that anyone who has ever felt duct tape would have ever made that decision. But that's not even where the main problem comes in. After he makes sure that the roll is really tight, he makes a rope out of more duct tape.
Do people have no self-preservation? Yes!
At this point, the way he's describing it, it sounds like he's just gonna rip his
Have you seen protesters standing in front of moving vehicles?
Mortal Kombat fatality. But in his mind, here's what's going to happen. When he sits on one side of the ceiling fan, the spinning motion is going to pull and release the tube as it gets closer and further away, thus creating some kind of up and down motion. I've played The Incredible Machine enough to know that the physics don't always work how you think they're gonna work. And this certainly did not work how he thought it was going to work. All starts well as I sit on a desk chair below the fan. A bit slow, but working, so I turn it up. I start to notice that since there's no swivel, the duct tape is twisting and shortening. It's pulling violently on my pubes and skin. I can't get the fucking thing off.
Yeah, that'll tend to happen with duct tape.
Shut off the fan, pull the string and wait. Oh fuck, still going. I'm on my tippy toes and my pubes are ripping. I pull the string and the fan begins to slow, but it's still twisting. I slam my hand into the fan to stop it. The fan breaks out of the ceiling, but I'm free. He removes himself from the device and finds that he's now got a fistful of pubes. And he discovers that he had basically given himself a penile Indian burn, with tears in his foreskin and spots of blood. And his head is a color that
You people are fucking dumb!
Mostly gray. A color that gradually transforms into purple over the course of the next day. And then all of his skin would molt.
How many people do you think do these type of things just to get Wang to make a video on it? More nowadays.
And yet now, at the age of 36, he says that he thinks the idea still has potential.
Stop!
It all would have worked if he had a swivel. But I mean, there's no need. I feel like we've gotten beyond that technologically now. I mean, the Chinese invented that suck machine. I don't know what there's a proper name for it, but it's the suck machine. Our last story comes from Catatree Does Games, simply entitled "My Fleshlight Horror Story." Like the story before,
Oh yeah, it's
that. He
the
to get off extra good without his parents knowing. But unlike the previous stories, this guy grew up with the internet, so he had access to advanced knowledge. Specifically, his friends sent him schematics for a homemade fleshlight. He goes on to explain to the readers what a fleshlight is, as if anybody reading this story wouldn't know. But
why are you like
this? He assumes everyone reading this knows about the 2 sponges, rubber glove, and cup method. I'm sorry. 2 sponges, rubber glove, and cup. Okay, that makes sense.
I guess.
In any case, Catatree, a self-described clever guy, wants to level this up a bit. He takes a brick of memory foam, drills a hole into it, then stuffs it with a kitchen glove, and he tightens this device at key points with rubber bands to create a variety of experiences. Then he secures the whole thing with duct tape to a mason jar. What he's describing here, it almost sounds like one of those Tenga devices with different pressure points and little doodad. And he said the experience with this thing was mind-blowing. So good that he used it for 6 months straight, at least 2 days a week, sometimes 3. Every time he used it, he'd fill it with lotion. And although he would try not to, sometimes he would nut into it and eventually just stop caring and did it every time. But he thought it was okay because, you know, it all disappeared every time he did it. I hope you understand.
No.
Matter can neither be created nor destroyed. Eventually, though, he starts getting bored of it, starts using it less, and eventually forgets about it entirely. He puts it away in a small chest in the back of his shelf.
Oh yeah, this will go well!
3 years. But then one day, he comes home.
It's gonna be like that fucking bit with the fridge in Cowboy Bebop!
That shelf was gone. Either moved onto his bed or put in a box. That is, everything except for one object. She had taken it out of the chest it was in. Maybe just to give me the message that she knew what it was. I was absolutely fucking mortified. I decided that, for whatever reason, I was not going to move the fleshlight anywhere else. I guess I thought that if I didn't acknowledge it, nothing would come of the situation, or at least I would give the impression that I didn't know where it was or that it wasn't a fleshlight at all. But come on, my mom isn't that stupid. But when the furniture guys get there, his mother puts it into the chest and moves it. Crisis averted? Not really. In fact, this might have actually made things worse. The same year, he begins developing some kind of severe chronic breathing problem, but only when he laid down in his room. The symptoms were consistent with some kind of allergy, but he couldn't pinpoint it. He had dogs, but they never bothered him really during most of the day. But whatever it was literally getting so bad that he couldn't sleep at night, and as a consequence, he was exhausted every single day. But with no solution, he just toughed it out for more than a year. And that brings us to 2 weeks before he made this post. He's looking around at his room and he just happens upon Old Reliable. He was pleasantly surprised, like meeting an old friend. And nobody's home, so he thinks, hey, you know what? Let's give it another go.
You stupid bastard!
He'd forgotten his usual routine. 6 years had passed since he'd begun using this, and it still looks fine from the outside. He just shoves himself in without any lotion or anything.
Fucking idiot!
Despite the lack of lotion, it's wet.
Stop!
He pulls himself out of it and discovers that his member is covered in some kind of black tar. An extremely stinky black tar. This is the Venom origin story that they don't want you to know about. He compared the smell to cheap Chinese takeout that had been left to collect mold over 8 months. Which is such a specific comparison that I feel like he probably had that happen as well. The smell was so bad that he just threw up immediately. Runs to the bathroom and cleans himself off. And now that he's finally clean, there's one thing left to do. You gotta take a look inside. You gotta find out what we're dealing with here. You gotta know the extent of the corruption. So he covers his nose, pulls out the old kitchen glove, and here's what he finds. In The Last of Us, There are times where entire walls will be covered in a thick pink growth of spores and fungal material. I shit you not when I say that it looked identical to what I saw on the inside of that glove. What was obvious to me now that, for whatever reason was not obvious in 8th grade, was that after using a fleshlight, the 3 pumps of lotion and cum you dump in it does not just disappear.
No fucking
Pushed
shit!
Deeply into each of the 5 fingers of this glove was a thick black and white spotted mud, which, I'm not joking about this, had eaten 100 or so tiny holes through the glove. Turning it inside out and running it under the tap, the water turned dark brown as I washed the 6 years of moldy cum off my poor mother's kitchen glove. The smell did not leave my bedroom nor the bathroom for 2 days. My mother had made a comment about it upon coming home. I don't think she knew what it was. Obviously, I decided to throw the glove in the trash, which I hid in the very bottom of our trash can. 3 days after he got rid of this glove, his breathing problems disappeared. The man was dying of cum poisoning. But I feel that anyone who's watched this channel before, you knew exactly where this was going as soon as he said the lotion and cum disappeared. Anyway, that's all for now. If you like this video, turn on notifications and check out my video about the cum box. I'm out.
Jesus God. Thank you, Justin. Thank you for that. Fucking... Ugh. Next. Your Kryptonite 7, Leslie Nielsen in Star Wars. Need a palate cleanser after that shit.
My name is Lieutenant Frank Drebin, Police Squad, a special unit of the police department. I was having my car washed when I received an urgent call from downtown. There'd been a bombing at the courthouse. I got to headquarters as fast as I could.
That's my man, Frank. That's my boy. You can really insert this into literally any movie scene, can't you?
This way, please.
Don't play dumb with me.
This is like the only time in any of the movies where Palpatine is completely at the mercy of the situation.
Vader.
Yes, a Jewish holiday, Mazel Tov.
No one ever expects the wristwatch gun.
I want a world where I can eat a sea otter without getting sick. I want a world where the Democrats will put somebody up there worth voting for.
So this is how liberty dies.
The dedication to this kind of editing, man.
Frank, are you all right?
I'm soaking wet.
I'll get the talcum powder.
Good bit. What the fuck do you mean Jim Carrey and Okay, hang on, I have to watch this.
What's the secret to
God!
going my
Fucking!
way?
I fucking hate YouTube. I have to know. I'm sorry.
crap! Did that come from you?
You wicked spawn of Satan!
So this is what rock bottom feels like. That bad. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Ooh, mama. Oh, mama.
Jesus Christ. Funny. Humorous even. That'll get one out of me. Next! Wizards with Guns, every comedy from the early 2000s.
It was always David's dream to be a lawyer.
I'm thinking about applying to law school.
But his stoner friend Kyler had other plans.
Is that my
This is recorded on too high quality a
I
camera.
thought it was rolling paper. Is that my dog?
Two best buds.
I'm gonna miss this, man. But you're coming to Fushigi Fest, right? We go every year. Can't, man. I got the big exam. But girls are gonna be there. What if they show us their
The Voids, man!
I can't keep doing this forever.
Didn't we watch this?
I wanna be a lawyer forever. To you, life is one big summer. Go long! But to me, it's one big book. Huh? Huh? Sparky? You kidnapped me? I did it for your own good.
What happens when you take a lazy prankster and a
Think we did watch
no-nonsense
this?
bookworm
I want my tombstone.
Anything's possible.
I had a job.
and put them in the ocean?
My memory is very selective.
A tale about true friendship with some wacky speed bumps along the way.
Help! Help us! We're alone!
But no one could prepare them for an ice cream man
Those stoners stole my ice cream!
who will stop at nothing
Kyra!
in the middle of the ocean. This summer.
Drowning.
Hold on to your hats. Prepare to laugh your socks off.
I want to die, but I don't want to drown!
This Christmas.
Wait!
It's a rough way to go.
Dog! We ate him! Oh, yeah!
Christopher Schultz, Terry Lewis, and Robert Donkey Sr. This Veterans Day.
Kyler! I found something to hold on to! Kyler's dead!
Coming soon. American Weed Car. Road Drive. Drive Trip Weed. American Trip. American Weed Trip. The car. Road Trip Edition.
Jesus God.
Weed Edition.
Huh.
Be sure to like and subscribe for a sneak peek to the sequel of Marley and Me.
We must run. Hickmeister, Walter White delivers pizza to himself. Less than a minute long.
Pizza.
What?
I wish Walter White would bring me pizza.
Dewey! You get your butt in here right now, mister!
Dad, what is wrong with you?
I am the parent in this house, and you do what I say. Now, when I tell you there is no pizza in this house, there's no pizza. That is the law.
Dad!
Don't you
It's even better than I say.
You better listen to me. I am your father, and you will
What kind of example do we want to set here?
I actually tend to not save it. I tend to just have the whole thing.
You've got dipping sticks.
I'm still so pissed off at this. What a waste. All these years later, I'm still pissed off at it. What a waste. That was very good editing. Next! Do you ever yearn Seinfeld set to the music of Twin Peaks. Sign Peaks. I can't wait to get acclaim from Larry David himself over this.
Having the keys to Jerry's apartment, that kept me in a fantasy world. That became my reality. I ignored the squalor in my own life because I'm looking at life, you see, through Jerry's eyes. Living in twilight, George. Living in the shadows, living in the darkness. Like you. Me? Oh, yeah. I can barely see you, George.
All right, stop it, Kramer. You're freaking me out.
Are you ready to order?
Yeah. What's
No,
the
not yet, not yet. Excuse you. Get it. Do you ever yearn?
Yearn? Do I yearn?
It's important.
I yearn.
You yearn?
Oh, yes. Yes, I yearn. Often I sit and yearn. Have you yearned?
Well, not recently. I craved.
I crave
all the
often.
time, constant craving. I haven't yearned.
Good bit. Next. Jason Statham in Resident Evil 4 from Eli handled B.Wave.
I'm looking for a transporter.
I'm listening.
I've never seen a single transporter film.
No.
God, Ashley's so hot.
El forastero.
Agarradlo.
That's one big man, baby.
Ashley,
Tell me about the virus.
it's caused by something called plaga.
Seen Jason Statham Beekeeper? I have not. How do people do editing this good? Jesus God. The things I would do. The stupid amounts of power I would wield. Cats. Rats have a slap fight. His greed sickens me. Look at him, he's throwing him out of the way. Look at him, it's happening. They say greed is a human sin. Here I see it within the animal kingdom. Funny little things, aren't they? Next! Double-barrel shotgun. Ahoy!
Some weapons are so iconic, they don't even need a name. No maker, no model.
It's good like 90% of the time.
Is a twin 12 gauge. The double-barreled shotgun is a classic frontier
Shame
weapon
on modern
with an
Fallout
imposing
for making a
profile.
double barrel really lame.
They've been around forever and are still widely used today. So why is this basic design so enduring? What makes them a common sight in video games? And do double the barrels mean double the fun? Shotguns are simple, versatile weapons that are capable of using a wide variety of ammunition. They have a long history, dating to the earliest days of firearms development.
Goddamn right.
With roots lying in large caliber muzzle loaders such as the musket and blunderbuss. With the adoption of rifled barrels, shotguns diverged as a separate class of weapons, with their smoothbore barrels more suitable for firing multiple projectiles at once. From the tiny pellets of birdshot to the sheer stopping power of solid slugs,
the birdshot won't kill a man.
Makes shotguns ideal for hunting all kinds of quarry. The most common 12-gauge load is double-aught buckshot. Typically 8 pellets, 0.33 inches in diameter.
Good at making problems go away.
Offer balanced performance against deer and human-sized targets alike. Prior to the invention of lever and pump-action weapons, most breech-loading shotguns were break-action, with hinged barrels that would expose the chambers for shell extraction and reloading. In the absence of a magazine, such weapons were single-shot. But the simple addition of another parallel barrel would double ready firepower. There have been triple and even quadruple barreled shotguns made, but the classic double barrel seems to offer the perfect blend of firepower against added weight and complexity.
It's nice, isn't it?
There exist 2 major configurations, with either horizontal or vertical barrel placement. The former are called side-by-sides, and the latter over and unders.
The over and unders don't come up nearly as often.
The more classic design, evoking traditional coach guns, but the vertical arrangement offers a single side plane and more manageable recoil, albeit at the cost of greater.
Well, it seems like it'd break your arm, more than likely.
In all its forms, the double-barreled shotgun has been present since the dawn of the American frontier, and equally since the emergence of first-person shooters. With distinctive appearance in spite of specific model, a generic profile made it an ideal fit for low-resolution rendition in earlier games, and one title in particular would have immense influence on what would follow.
Fuck yeah!
The Super Shotgun in Doom 2 is legendary. While the original shareware version had a shotgun, the retail sequel bumped it up a notch with the inclusion of a double-barreled option. The basic shotgun was
anyone that prefers Doom 1 over Doom 2, I think, is a fucking psycho, man.
It chewed through ammo like nothing else. A few opponents could stand up to a full frontal blast from both barrels. The gun tore through Hellspawn like tissue paper and lodged its place in history as a firm favorite of many. The mid to late 90s saw a surge in FPS games, at the time known simply as
RNG damaged nightmare.
These old school shooters in the vein of Doom had a strict hierarchy
there
of
you
weapons,
go. That's that quality shit.
Slowly becoming more and more powerful as you progress. This makes the double barrel a particularly strong candidate for inclusion. If you need to double the damage, why not double the barrels? After Doom came Quake, this time with a more gothic theme. But the shotgun and super shotgun combo returned. It's almost a trademark of its games. Even today, there are
never played a single serious Sam game. Not
it's
one.
Not uncommon to see the close-range punch of a twin-barreled favorite. Doom clones aside, there are plenty of historical reasons to include a double shotgun in a game, and they sometimes
because it's
appear
rad
in
as
a realistic
fuck.
military setting, although their use has been limited even since before World War II. Still, they do crop up from time to time, with double barrels appearing in the hands of civilian or partisan fighters and other irregular troops. However, far more widespread use can be found in the Old West. Bolstered by legends recounted in literature and cinema, it's the perfect place to
Res
find
just
such
kind
a
of went
weapon.
away, didn't it?
Its rustic charm rubs shoulders with revolvers and lever-action rifles. In a world of cowboys and stagecoach robberies, the double barrel is a natural fit for a frontier. The shotgun was a hugely important tool at this time. Far more than just a weapon. They were both a means to hunt for food and to defend a homestead.
Now you can pick buckshot out of your teeth.
The twin barrels speak of a confident self-reliance, and such was the weapon's impact, it has lodged itself permanently into culture, intertwined with an emerging
gunslinger, my beloved.
An inelegant weapon for a less civilized time, then. And one fictional setting is another popular place for such shotguns to shine. In fact, if there's one thing that guarantees the weapon's presence, it's the apocalypse. When
I'd imagine there'd be an
civilization
abundance of them.
The rugged shine. Spurred on by depictions in films like Mad Max, if you're going to tread the wasteland, you're going to want a reliable weapon at your side. The Fall of Order brings a frontier anew, and the double barrel often reprises its role as a tool for survival. With its youngest franchise, Rage, we come full circle. A post-apocalyptic game of the same lineage as Doom, the double-barrel shotgun is a familiar fit and an almost essential inclusion.
Really bringing this
Something
one
about its
back, are we?
presence just feels right. With dusty, sun-bleached terrain, tribal disputes, and 2 barrels worth of buckshot. The double-barrel shotgun's impact.
There it is. I was wondering how long it would take.
A model. Its form factor alone is enough to conjure its iconic identity. Because of this, it often serves as a generic inclusion in games. And back to the very roots of modern shooters, it is an identifiable and enjoyable choice.
It's not bad.
Fired twice in succession, or both barrels simultaneously, the weapon is invariably powerful, devastating any foe caught in a close-range blast. And if 2 barrels aren't enough,
oh yeah, there it is.
you can come across a quad barrel.
Oh, that's that good shit.
Outside the realm of practicality, 2 barrels is more than enough for most to wield. Power and reliable function through simplicity. The double-barreled shotgun. Lock, stock, and 2 smoking barrels.
This is just quality Slop. You only like it because it's
good.
good.
Next time, farewell.
Blasting a 4-barrel shotgun. God, I wish. Next! Dekopamala. Super epic Yakuza gifts with Slop SFX. Oh yeah, this'll be good. Rare Vincent cameo.
You kidding?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
We on that generational brain rot type shit, ain't we?
I got you, fam! What the fuck?
Damn it, bitch, I said
This is bullshit!
I should have made ramen. That's what I should have done. Mmm.
Number 12.
Do not choke the chicken. You know, I think about playing Judgment at some point, and then I just don't. By the way, Chathany, did you see they delisted Yakuza Kiwami 2 from Steam for some fucking reason?
I like your person.
Do not shake the baby.
Kiss me on my hot mouth.
I know how the game goes because I have to play it with humans.
Why would you do this? Ah, drugs. Next! From Fishing Garrett, my most bizarre yoinks.
Hey guys, I'm going to show you some of my most bizarre yoinks.
One of my favorites is this Vtuber, but it gets a whole lot crazier than this. The electric eel has to be one of my craziest yoinks, that's for sure. I didn't get shocked at first, but while I was picking it up, it got me. At this point, it's normal for me to boop anacondas, play with some giant caimans, and big old crocodiles.
Look at it.
But the
It's a big
mission's not
dog.
over yet. Only time I'm really gonna get fired up is if I get that 20-foot anaconda or 20-foot Burmese python. That would be cool. But yoinking a medium-sized capybara is pretty crazy. And we can't forget this big sniffer. This southern tamandua was not willing to let me pet him, but I had to do it anyways. We can't forget this coyote. He submitted to the yoink. You
The
don't
critter.
see people yoink coyotes every day, or Argus monitors. He did not like the yoink. He came right back after me. This is a pretty strange one. Yoink. This is an eastern diamondback rattlesnake. Not too common you see people holding these wild snakes in their face. This is a sketchy yoink, if anything. Like most of the
Vile.
stuff I yoink, if it kissed me, I'd be in a world of hurt. This is pretty bizarre. Fishing Garrett actually fishing. Check out this giant tarpon. He was quickly released. Check out this giant porcupine fish. It's only bizarre because of how big it is. Pretty normal for me to have ants all over my feet, though. But
No.
this is pretty bizarre. 3 waxy monkey tree frogs. These things are so gnarly looking. Not every day you get a little coon chewing on your leg. But we can't forget, yoink. I yoinked Kevin. But at this point,
Fuck
it's
you,
getting pretty
Kevin.
normal for me to be surrounded by alligators in the Florida Everglades.
How many
Nothing too out of
warts?
the
Too many.
ordinary going on here. But we can't forget the most deadly creature of all, this little jungle puppy. You can see the mom side-eyeing me to make sure I don't yoink him. I wonder if him and the 20-footer would be friends. Haha, good one.
Funny creature. Funny little animal. Bizarre in its nature. Next! Zach Hadel, Psychic Pebbles, cameo on The Amazing Digital Circus, Episode 7, by Wender Koopa. I guess technically by Gooseworks. I will continue to not watch this show.
If you want to find my sunken treasure chest, you'll have to try better than that.
Little Zachary.
So, I was just talking with my brother here, and yeah, you are definitely not getting our sunken treasure chest. Definitely not.
Do I even want your treasure chest? It's not like there's anything to spend money on.
I'm the one that tells lies. Dude,
what?
You ruined it.
Is that your treasure?
Dude, no, they took everything. That was my entire life savings, dude. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh my god.
The red one is Senor Pello.
I'm gonna be sick. That was everything. Oh my god.
Did you find it? Nah, somebody plundered it before I could. What? What? Oh, wait, you're right.
What a strange show. Next! Kids, we're watching Internet Historian because I want to watch Internet Historian. Let's watch Internet Historian!
The Costa Concordia, ship of dreams. It's been 8 years.
Longer than that now.
I can still smell the buffets from their fire.
For those of you unaware, this is gonna be some enlightening shit.
Theater had hardly
40 minutes? Yes!
Gotta
pad out that runtime somehow. It's only been an hour.
The sheets in her 1,500 luxurious cabins hadn't even been slept in. Costa Concordia cost $570 million to build.
It's also
And
way bigger than the Titanic.
You could really tell. I remember it like it was just a few years ago. We had left Civitavecchia, a port in
I've never
Rome,
been on a cruise
and we were
before.
making our way to Savona.
It always
was
seems like a
day 2
very,
of our 7-day journey.
very
But that ship, I
unenlightening
was
experience.
cursed.
Oh my god. When she premiered, the traditional bottle of champagne bounced right off the side instead of smashing. A bad omen.
You know, there's a reason superstitions exist in the first goddamn
Nothing
place.
could go wrong on Friday the 13th of January, 2012, on the 100th year anniversary of the Titanic, on a ship that's also only safety rated for 2-compartment flooding, especially not when you have a 5-star max-level captain like Francisco Scatino. A man
Jesus
who
God.
mysteriously rose from head of security to the position of captain within
As
just
you
a
do.
few years. He knows exactly what to do in case of an emergency. For example, when he caused this emergency in 2008, when he crashed into a port in Sicily. And in 2010,
as you do,
in Germany, when he was steering a different ship and came into port too fast and caused another collision. I've got a good feeling about this. So let's set the scene.
There was a cruise ship that lost all power. Guests had to use the bathroom in bags they all leaked. Jesus fucking God.
Drinks at the bar. Antonio Magnotta is playing piano at the restaurant.
Ooh.
Martin the Magician is setting up for his show.
Ooh.
And the ship is setting up for a little detour.
Why do I keep getting porn games in my recommended searches? Because you should be watching more of them.
To the shore and honk the horn. The locals hate it, but the customers love it, and it's a tradition. Scatino, the captain, comes into the dining hall with the lady, Dominica Samorton. Remember this face, because you'll be seeing a lot.
I'd rather not.
Scatino eats his dinner with her and socializes for a little while. Then he, Dominica, and the maitre d' finish up and excuse themselves. They're heading to the bridge. It's time for that sail-by salute. This time, they're going to get closer than ever. Just 1,500 feet from the island of Giglio.
Live ASP updates from that time toilet stopped working during SummerSlam, and they handed out bags. Jesus fucking...
Apparently it's not an uncommon thing. Scatino turns to the fellow.
Christ!
His helmsman, Jacob Ruslibin.
How do you have a major sporting event of any kind and you not make sure everything's working fine?
Bottom price. And he's a bit of a newbie to the job. In fact, his profession hitherto, a painter and a cleaner. It's his first time steering a massive ship, and he's very excited.
This really feels like you just handed out positions to the lowest bidder.
Or Italian very well at all. Off to a good start. The second in command orders the helmsman to 290. Now, don't be confused by these numbers, they're just the degrees on a compass. At the same time, the captain whips out his cell phone and calls former captain Mario Palombo, who lives on the island. They chat about the safe distance to Giglio's shores. It's all very casual. Anyway, Mario says that the safe distance is between 0.3 and 0.4 miles from shore. The captain is going all in. This is not his first sail-by salute, so he's confident in what he's doing. We're going closer than we've ever been before.
It is the ego that will be the downfall.
New heading of 300, he tells
2021, 2022.
Downstairs, Martin is about to cut his assistant.
Jesus Christ.
And of course, that means that there's already a lady inside this box. She's waiting for the cue, and then she'll poke her legs out.
You'd think they'd have people on staff to fix problems like this.
Pulling gently to 310. Increase speed to 16 knots. Going this fast is going to be a fatal error. But before we talk about that, let's talk about another big problem. Language barrier. Because at this point,
doesn't speak Italian.
Says 325, but the helmsman relays 315. So the first officer intervenes, and he goes, no, 335, which is also wrong. And then the captain clarifies, no, 325. The helmsman confirms 325. Their poor communication has them moving at a much wider angle.
You know, none of this would happen if we made sure the entire planet spoke English and nothing but English.
Except for the next problem, complacency about procedure.
Lazy fucks!
The standard procedure of a ship this large is for the third officer to give exact positional coordinates every time the captain gives a new directional order. But they're not doing that. 330, he says. The helmsman relays 330. The ship reaches 16 knots. The captain then turns to the second officer and instructs him to go to the left wing. That's these things here, and they're basically
it's those things the hammerhead has.
The whole vessel. A few seconds pass, and then the mood starts to turn. Scatino.
Oh, you finally decided to notice that shit, did ya?
Breaking against the rocks directly in front of him in the distance. The Costa Concordia, right now, is almost 700 meters closer to the rocks than it should be. Without deviation, there is going to be a direct collision.
Oh, shit!
Scatino immediately commands the ship to start turning away. 335. Not enough. The captain shouts, 340. The captain yells, 350. Now, remember how I said that accelerating to 16 knots was a fatal error?
Because now you can't actually turn properly.
Incapable of such a drastic turn. What they've got is understeer. Here's an example.
The front end is not working. You're turning, and you're just going straight. You want to go over here, but you're going to end up over here.
So despite the order of 350, Right now, the bow is still only pointing at 327. Not nearly enough to miss the rock. And oh no, it's about to get worse.
It always does, doesn't it?
Again. In these critical moments where every second counts, the helmsman wrongly relays 340. The captain snaps back, 350 starboard, or we end up on the rocks. The third officer goes to assist the helmsman. Now, don't get confused by the orders from here. We're changing over to rudder instructions. The captain yells, starboard 10, starboard 20, and still it's not enough. Hard to starboard. That means as hard as it'll go. But at this point, even if they clear these rocks, they need
to get it to do the thing where it,
to swing around it. So the captain yells, midship, which centers the rudder. The bow is now less than 150 meters from Skull Rock. Port 10. But the helmsman only gets to port 5 before another order is given 2 seconds later. Port 20. They might just avoid disaster here, maybe. But then, oh no. One more time, the helmsman cocks up at the worst possible moment. The helmsman goes to starboard instead of port, undoing the swing.
This is what happens!
8 seconds later, he realizes the
when you don't hire locally.
It's too late. He has just turned a probable near miss into a sure hit. All they can do now is hold on as the bow of the ship narrowly passes by the rocks. Hard to port! The second officer yells, "We're gonna hit!" Collision.
There it is! The spaghetti and olive oil and the red wine. I like these Sims characters.
Downtown.
You know, I never understood why a vessel this large wouldn't just keep, like, the things that you need to run the ship on a higher deck instead of, like, in the bowels of the ship where a crash would absolutely ensure that the whole thing goes under.
Drink all by yourself?
Somebody has to.
I hear you're a man who's good at finding folks.
I'm many things.
I'm looking for this fella. I gots to find him. It's breaking my little heart.
Chat, is there a name for the specific text-to-speech voice JonTron used to use?
Countries across the globe.
For,
just like that,
not for Jacques, for... I think it was in the Disney games review? For, like, the fake puppet
Sometimes when you follow
bird?
a case, it follows you back.
You know what I mean?
NordVPN can protect my...
I've been trying to figure out the name of that thing for years.
It protects me from myself. When they said this job gets easier, it was just another lie. Forensics found his password spread all the way down the block. In a perfect world, we'd all use NordVPN. But I guess this isn't that kind of story. I took the brakes off my
Old school
car,
Microsoft text-to-speech. It sounded too specific to be Microsoft.
How to stop.
I experience
I took the steering wheel out
constant
too.
joys and sorrows.
I let the road take me where I'm supposed to be. That's right, Toots. Your husband's dead. Merry Christmas. Go to nordvpn.com/internethistorian for a huge discount on a 2-year plan.
Meanwhile, back at the plot.
The ship hits rocks on the port side.
Really just cuts open the whole thing, too.
A 53-meter gash opens up in the hull, and thousands of tons of water begin pouring in. A loud scraping and bang is heard by all passengers. At the helm is panic. Rumblings in the dining room. Martin awkwardly pauses his act as he's helping his assistant into the box. Meanwhile, the lady inside
is suffering unimaginable.
Across the ship. All of the crew off shift come back on duty. All officers run to the bridge. Technical crews run down to the lower decks to assess damage. On connection with the rocks, they lose propulsion and slow to 8.3 knots. And they are now adrift. Close the watertight doors at stern. Enormous volumes of water are pouring in. So much so that within 29 seconds of collision, all 6 engines stop working through flooding.
I told you!
22 seconds later, a blackout happens. Lights, electrics, the water pumps too. Everything. The captain orders the helmsman hard starboard. This is the final position of the rudder before power to that, too, is lost. The Costa Concordia, now without power, is drifting starboard, plunged into absolute darkness. A quick breakdown of the flooding. When the Concordia struck land, it tore open 3 watertight compartments. At first, compartment 5, which filled very rapidly. Then 6,
basically immediately.
4 shortly after. Then 7, 8, and 3. Modern ships are built to withstand 2 compartment breaches. These compartments especially, though, are a problem, because they contain the engines and the electrics. These main generators give power to the whole ship. From propulsion motors to
why don't we
rudder
keep
to
these things
hotel
on decks higher
pretty
than,
much
you know,
everything.
fucking...
When they went out, the ship was a functionless, sinking cage. A few seconds later, the emergency batteries for internal lighting and communications kick on. When the lights come back on, Martin has vanished. He's ditched the stage, and it caused a huge panic in the theater as passengers
I'd probably
are trying
bail
to flee
too.
to their cabins and to muster stations. People already in their cabins come out and start putting on life vests. Staff rally and try to calm everyone down. Everything is fine. There's no need for vests.
It's all in your head, Luigi.
Cabins. The emergency generator starts. All of the watertight doors close except for door 12.
Start all the electric from
jammed.
down upward.
The captain calls Pilon, the chief engineer, as the ship begins to list on the port side. There's water coming in? Yes, there's water. But where? The engine room. But a lot of water?
Yes!
There's water, you can't go down. Let's go down the other side. In a moment we'll start the pumps, I'll let you know. In the theater, the whole magic box apparatus slides right off the stage and falls into the crowd, further increasing panic. On the bridge, an announcement is being prepared. They are going to lie to prevent a panic. Let's just say we have
that'll
a
work.
blackout. The deputy chief engineer enters the engine control room. He confirms to the bridge that at least compartments 5, 6, and 7 are flooded. Announcements are made.
On behalf of the captain, to inform you that due to an electrical fault, which is currently under control, we're currently in a blackout. Our technicians are working to resolve the situation and will inform you of developments as they occur. Thank you for your attention.
Coincidentally, at the same time in the restaurant, they're playing My Heart Will Go On, and it's very much not helping.
Now
the
that's just
situation.
tragic timing.
The captain calls the Costa Crisis Unit. Roberto Ferrarini. He tells the crisis unit that they've hit a rock, that they're assessing damages, and that they are also in a blackout. The crisis office says to reverse the ship up onto shore. Well, how are you going to do that? You don't have power to the rudder, let alone the engine. You know, hoist the sails? Anyway, around
Guess the
this
emergency
time,
backup
the wind direction creates
don't actually
starboard
work
lift,
for generating
and
power to the ship,
begins
huh?
to turn anyway, drifting right back towards the shore, which is a very good thing because you want the ship to end up as close to shore as possible. A panicked
Easier on the
passenger
lifeboats.
senses that something is off. This isn't like any electrical problem that she's ever seen. Plus, there was a massive crashing noise and now the ship is tilting. So, she contacts her daughter in Italy. The daughter then calls the police, and the police call the harbour master. While that goes on, a conversation between Pilon and Ambrosio. The diesel is not starting. The captain asks the engine room, but where have we made contact? Thinking that the incoming water can be reduced. Captain, here everything is lost. The electrical panel, everything. They're saying at this point that the ship is going down. The captain calls Roberto Ferrarini again. Actually, 2 compartments have been flooded, but don't worry, the ship's stability isn't in danger. Wrong. Passengers begin going to muster stations on their own initiative. The cruise director says, "We have a lot of people at muster stations that I do not want to fall overboard. Do we make an announcement to tell them to go to the lounges?"
You really
Radio says,
should.
"I think that's best." The harbour master from Livorno calls the ship. The captain tells them that we just have a blackout. How long has this blackout been going on? About 20 minutes. Have you asked passengers to put on life vests? It's just a blackout. I gotta go. The harbour master.
This lying
is suspicious.
sack of
He says
shit.
to his
Oh my
superiors that he
god.
thinks something more is going on. He calls a patrol boat to the area and asks them to look at the ship. Another problem. The fan on the emergency diesel generator isn't working properly. Pilon manually has to turn the thing on and off with a screwdriver so that it doesn't overheat and cause a fire. The captain is on the phone to the lower decks, asking pointless questions, like, is it still flooded? Yes. Yes, it is. The captain is essentially in denial of the situation. The harbour master calls again.
Finally, he says, the ship is taking on water through an opening in the left side and the ship is listing. He qualifies with, no one dead or injured. The harbour master asks if he needs help. Just a tugboat? When in reality, they need a full rescue. With 3 compartments flooded, the captain finally realizes
You probably should have done this like 20 minutes ago.
Not going to improve. The Coast Guard orders every available ship to the scene. Meanwhile,
Lowest floors are 100% engineers, officers, and such, with guests and non-ship crew are kept on a higher floors. That way they can't get into the engines.
No problem. She said this despite knowing it was wrong, and that it further endangered lives. Most passengers at this point, though, aren't listening to this nonsense, and they're busy figuring out how to abandon ship. Bang, 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 bang. Local television has
rare moment of clarity for the general population.
Broadcasting live radio feed from the bridge.
That is really close to the goddamn shore.
Passengers are going on board the boats. Okay, let them go to shore. So then general emergency? Wait, let me talk to Ferrarini. We risk the emergency generators that do not have cooling. It has cooling problems, 100 degrees. The cooling fan has stopped. Pilon calls the bridge and tells the safety officer they need to evacuate. The safety officer relays this to the captain, but after no response, he orders the engine room to evacuate on his own. The captain says, no, stay. We're leaving. So what do? General emergency? The captain tells Ferrarini that he's abandoning ship. Abandoned ship. Another announcement is made.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
Should have done this in the first place, I'll be honest.
Please remain calm, but at this time,
saved a lot of time.
They're located outside on deck 4.
The Livorno Coast Guard calls again. The captain declares distress. The Coast Guard officially calls for rescue operations. They contact Pietro Mille, the helicopter base commander, who then calls in every available pilot as he rushes down to the helicopter base. Pilon shuts down the emergency generator for the final time. The first rescue vessel arrives. By this point, the lifeboats are already going. Luckily, the ship is very close to shore.
That's in spitting distance, man.
Perhaps too close to shore. The ship forcefully runs aground, creating an uneven center of gravity, and it begins heavily listing starboard. The captain issues a general emergency on board. The announcement to abandon ship is finally called and alarms ring out, and with that comes panic. And
as
now
it
that
does.
they're listing, with many of the lifeboats too awkwardly positioned to enter the water, there aren't enough readily available, and they have to start going back and forth to the shore.
You people are really proactive. Holy
the
shit.
Patrol boats report to the Livorno harbour master that the ship has run aground and is listing heavily. So the harbour master asks the captain about it, and the captain says, no, the ship is still floating. In fact, we're trying to maneuver it onto the shore. They know he's lying.
Hold on, I'm reversing it. Beep, 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 beep.
The captain then says to bottom out the starboard anchor. So they drop out the anchors, but let out too much chain.
You fucking idiot!
The deputy mayor of
Jesus!
Vito, Mario Pellegrini, and tobacco shop owner Giovanni Rossi arrive at the harbour. They watch
You just typically bring the guy that
As
rolls
the
your
first
cigarettes with you
lifeboats arrive on
places.
shore, the deputy mayor takes the initiative.
Is that
and
normal
races
over there?
aboard one of the lifeboats, returning to the ship, and starts trying to find someone in charge. He
You
gets
decided
up
to-
and starts helping passengers. Scatino tells everyone
Holy
to leave
fuck!
and take radios, but not before changing out of his uniform and into a nice suit. Priorities.
So no one would
Demetrius
recognize you,
and
you
Sylvia
fucking
Veronica
bitch
leave
coward.
with him.
Jesus
The
Christ.
maitre d' and Sir Morton both get out of there. By this point, approximately 300 people are still on the ship. Millet reaches the helicopter base. The first helicopter, a slow-moving Augusta Bell, was already rising from the tarmac for the hour-long flight south.
An hour's a long time for a
There's the
situation
master
like this.
on the bridge, coordinating evacuation. He then leaves to help passengers board lifeboats. The bridge is now abandoned. And then, the ship's black box stops working. Apparently there were technical problems with it. That means
His ship
from
is
here,
cursed, you
things
know
are gonna
that?
get a little foggy in detail. A while later, rescue helicopters arrive, but they're struggling to find the ship because they're expecting it to still be well above water. Passengers are scaling down the port side by ladder as lifeboats return to pick them up.
This is no joke. Oh my goodness.
At least you were only like a couple hundred feet away from the shore. Hey, yo, it's that bitch!
You're not allowed to make a film movie.
I'm allowed.
Who say you are?
The second helicopter, a faster model, sets off. The ship stops healing and comes to a final resting place.
Now the Coast Guard calls the captain because he's just learned that the captain has abandoned ship. The captain claims, no, actually I slipped and I fell into one of the lifeboats. I'm a klutz. But now that I'm on board, I may as well head back to shore. DeFalco tells the captain to get the fuck back on board. And the captain kind of acts confused and then effectively refuses. So the captain makes it to shore. From here, we only have mainstream news reports to rely on, so it's not going to be super accurate. But they
At least you know.
Giglio's police chief then finds 110 survivors on the rocks at Point Gabbianara. And among them is the captain. It's not known whether the captain helped anyone while he was there, and in fact, the police chief claimed that he just sat on the rocks and watched other people do the rescue.
God, he's fucking useless!
A while later, a rescue boat picks up the captain and takes him to the harbour. He speaks to the police. He then finds the ship's onboard chaplain, Father Rafael Molina, and cries to him for about 15 minutes. Then he goes to the harbour master's office to receive probably the biggest dressing down of his entire life.
I would hope.
Asked the taxi driver to take the captain back to his hotel. The captain.
You already have a hotel for this?
Hotel. According to the cabbie, he was beaten like a dog. He was cold and afraid. He only asked me where he could buy a pair of fresh socks. But then he perked right up again and gave an interview to a news crew. He told them that he was the last to leave.
The captain is usually the last to abandon ship. What happened, Captain?
We were the last to leave the ship.
I can't fucking stand this guy.
All day Saturday, rescuers search for people on the ship. On Sunday morning, a South Korean couple is found in their cabin, safe but shivering. They had slept through the crash and woke up unable to exit their cabin. The last survivor, Manrico Giampandroni, was found with a broken leg. He was the cabin's service director. In the end, 32 people died. The final body wasn't discovered until nearly 3 years later, a crew member, Russell Rebello, and it's believed that he died a hero helping passengers off the ship. The Costa Concordia was the largest cruise ship disaster since the Titanic. And then there's the ship. This is what happens to a 100.
This all happened because you wanted to get close to shore and honk the horn, by the way.
It's left half rolled over in the ocean.
Did the captain get tried for this? I believe so. If memory serves.
But this isn't the end. It's just the halfway point. What most people know is that the Costa Concordia had crashed, many dead, and that the captain abandoned ship like a coward. But there's a whole veritable spaghetti of details to untangle. Let's dive in. There they are. The deets. Blue box time. The Costa Concordia was more than just a floating resort.
It had a bank on it, yeah.
Casino. Cha-ching, cha-ching. This iron chest was full of safes and cash registers and expensive fittings. And there were plenty of gamers prepared to sneak by authorities and try their luck in the hot zone. Within days, police divers reported that valuable items, once seen lying around the ship, were now missing. High-end liquor, expensive furniture, dining sets, cash from the casino, cash registers, jewelry and display cabinets, safes, Japanese woodblock prints by famous 18th century artists, as well as the iconic bell, which hung from the bridge of the ship. It was never found.
Who steals a bell?
Who steals a big fuck-off bell?
Yeah!
Even the server admins were getting involved. 4 divers who were part of the company contracted to refloat the Concordia were spotted on CCTV, sneaking out to the ship. A patrol boat was dispatched, and the men were caught inside the fancy suites with rucksacks full of stolen goods. The 4 men are charged with stealing and thieving. and pension. Later on, stolen as well as legitimate items found their way to Amazon and eBay. Chips from the casino, postcards, and cabin access cards became highly sought after souvenirs.
It even has a watermark.
Some Australian guy even made a listing for the ship itself, advertising it as required to collect. And
That's
although
fucking
there were
great.
plenty of bidders, eBay pulled the plug. I know you want to see Scatino go to jail, and we'll get to
Little
that.
bit.
But first, we have to talk about someone else. Domnica Samorton. There was speculation that she was on the bridge that evening because she was the captain's mistress.
Intense media speculation reports that her presence distracted the captain.
They both denied their love for years and maintained that they
See
were
more!
friends. Although she did later admit to the media that she found him handsome. And how could you not?
You so fucking precious when you smile.
But she says there was no romantic link between them.
Some people would like to believe, they want to know I have something with
Imagine
him.
finding out your husband was cheating on you this way.
In the story.
Miss Samorton also loved the spotlight, however,
Everyone, oh no!
and took several interviews. But as the pressure mounted upon her, she began making ominous threats to Scatino, saying he must confess, and that you have but 1 week to come clean. But things from here get weird.
Spicy.
Samorton is a bit of a wild card. In a subsequent interview, she claimed a helicopter came to the ship well before the other rescue craft to take away a package. Huh?
The fuck
And
are you
what was
talking
that
about?
Package? Drugs, apparently. So rumors began that the ship was running narcotics for the mafia. And not without cause.
On a
number of
cruise
visitors
ship?
Even recently have been caught trafficking drugs. As an aside, Scatino
On
was
a
tested for
cruise
drugs
ship?
immediately after the crash. He tested negative for drugs in his system, but trace amounts of cocaine were found in a hair sample.
Makes it smoother and less dry.
Nonetheless, the
I feel
Concordia
like
was
the
searched and
entirety
no
of
drugs
Italy
were
has trace amounts of
found.
cocaine. I'll be
How did we
honest.
get here? Oh, right, a helicopter. Samorton commented on it again the next day and said, actually, that helicopter was just for the captain as a means of evacuation from the ship.
This happened near Sicily, right?
Okay,
Yes.
So she expected to get some sort of first-class rescue while everyone else was still stuck on the ship? Wait, how did we get here? Oh, right, sex with
This is
the
like when the
captain.
president caught the Rona,
Divers were quick to
and
head
he
to
was
the captain's
fine.
cabin, where they found Miss Samorton's
And everyone got
lingerie
pissed off because
and
it's like,
other
no, he
articles of
survived it
clothing
because he
as
had
well
like
as makeup
first-class
bags.
medical
The
treatment.
jig was up. But
As
they
if the
continued
fucking
denying
president
it.
just goes
Samorton mostly
into the
faded from
hospital and the
international
doctor's like,
attention
oh
until she was
yeah,
told
we'll give you the
whatever
real
was
stuff that
to
works.
present
We don't
witnesses
give that to everyone else.
The judge pressed her to be truthful about their relationship, or she would be held in contempt.
Tell me the truth.
Wouldn't cocaine make your hair fall out?
So finally, she admitted it.
Yes, I had a sentimental relationship with the captain. Stop. But now, stop asking about my private life.
She was indeed the captain's lover.
What is up?
Oh, God!
Citino cheated on his wife with Seymour Tan. Oh my God!
She and Scatino had been having an affair for several weeks. She also said that on the night she boarded, she didn't have a ticket.
Ticket, please.
And didn't need to pay because nobody questions you when you're the captain's lover.
Yeah, that's just pretentious
She gave
enough.
another confusing interview after leaving court.
I want to say that today is the second time I die because the first time I died in the night of the crash with my psychological brain and.
Not the 32 people who actually died, though.
The second time because, of course, people find out something that I try to hide.
Subsequent to the trial,
Fucking
she used
women.
her fame in Moldova to become a political activist.
Oh,
often
God!
appearing on television and radio and in articles covering protests, accompanied by pictures of her being arrested by police.
She's complaining that there aren't enough trash bins in the area and the police are telling her to calm down, point out that there's trash bins over there. You mean to tell me women do stupid shit for attention? You telling that to me for the first time?
It was some stuff about victims of violence, women's rights,
Girl power.
yada yada yada, and interestingly, part of a push to block the sale of shares of Moldova's train network to Russia.
Sure.
Other than that, I don't really know what she's been up to. Let me just check on her Oh God, not again.
Don't do parkour, kids.
Several civil suits were quickly lodged against Costa Crociere.
Understandable.
Carnival Cruises immediately saw a share drop of 23%.
Don't beat.
Passengers sought compensation for their damaged mental health, lost belongings, and loved ones.
Either they allowed him to divert from his course, or they didn't know where their billion-dollar ship was.
Within a few days, facing financial and media pressure, the CEO attempted to join the bandwagon against the captain and the crew.
That was not the ordinary route that the ship was taking.
What's the matter? You don't talk with your accent no more.
Not only taking, but the time the ship was...
Claiming that the ship was not approved to deviate from the route. But that wasn't true. Approval isn't required if the ship is deviating by less than 15 miles, or that it was against company rules. Also untrue, because investigators found that they didn't have any rules about deviating route, and they tacitly encouraged sail-by salutes. Now, in response to the civil suits, Costa Crociere offered passengers 11,000 euros each.
14 grand is not enough!
That's kind of small.
11,000 euros, about $14,000, is the minimum compensation under international law when a ship is abandoned.
This was to reimburse them for their tickets, as well as any costs they accrued in having to unexpectedly travel home early.
And that was supposed to release them from everything and anything that has to do with this accident. I cannot ask for more than this.
A lot of passengers, understandably, were not too happy with this deal, and they refused to take the money.
We think the offer is an insult.
It is!
What these poor passengers went through. We think that the compensation being offered is not commensurate.
Here, take it.
Compensation being offered is not commensurate.
Later, Costa Crociere would lodge a plea deal with the Tuscany court
Jesse,
to
stop!
pay a €1 million fine to avoid a criminal trial. The judge agrees. Costa Crociere
Fucking
is now
Jesus.
off the hook for all criminal liability for the whole thing. They've washed their hands of the incident and flecked the residual droplets of responsibility onto the faces of 6 staff members. Passengers and relatives of the dead are livid that the company has been able to avoid criminal responsibility.
Offered is not commensurate.
Civil suits against the company continue. By the way, the residents of the island of Giglio also banded together and sought damages. They didn't get much. Eventually, passengers who refused the initial compensation of 11,000 joined civil parties against Scatino in his trial in 2015.
Is not commensurate.
They were awarded 30,000 euros each.
That's
Other
better!
cases, especially those involving lost relatives, are settled for undisclosed amounts.
Jesus God, what is wrong with you people? Oh yeah, that'll happen.
Attorney Peter Rene traveled to Budapest to represent 6 real survivors of the disaster.
At Rene & Rene, we personally work on every case.
And we'll work harder than anyone to get you the most money possible in the shortest amount of time.
And
They're
while
training
on the
to speak
job,
Italian.
A 7th case cropped up via email. An elderly woman, Alona, said,
"Help me, Mr. Ronai, for I have lost my daughter, Eva, and my 5-year-old granddaughter, Roxana."
So Mr. Renai agreed to speak with her. However, there were some inconsistencies in her story. Neither Eva nor Roxana were on the passenger list. Odd, but Costa is known for having stowaways.
Gotcha, bitch.
Still, Mr. Renai was suspicious. They wouldn't cheaty old Petey, would they? Renai inquired further about why she was on board, especially without a ticket. Ilona said,
"Well, I don't know, but you should ask her boyfriend.
Zolt Horvath.
He'll
Good
know
name.
the details."
I'm up all night. I'm going crazy, he said. But Mr. Renai was still suspicious. Because then she asked, how much money do you think this is worth?
Very normal thing to ask about your dead daughter and granddaughter.
In 20 years of doing this, you've never had anyone ask about money. Why now? So Mr. Renai hired an investigator and sent photos around of the missing girl. The next day, the phone rang. Oh, hoi hoi. It was the boyfriend again. Look, there's been a bit of a misunderstanding and the child isn't missing at all. And then he claimed he was confused because he had done too many drugs the night before.
Normal problem to have.
Okay, can I speak to the daughter then? At first, he was refused. So Renee said that he'd have to file a missing persons report to the police if he couldn't. The boyfriend relented. That night, Renee met with Zolt and brought the police with him. He speaks to the granddaughter and asks her if she's seen Mum. Yeah, I saw her today. Oh, really? Yeah, we went to the park today and we went on the swings. Oh no, the jig was up. So the mum walks into the room sheepishly. It's a miracle! And the story changed again. Okay, I'm not dead, but I did injure my leg when I jumped from the ship. And then I immediately flew back to Budapest. Although don't worry about checking my leg because there are no visible marks or injuries.
Of course!
Oh, Petey, I'm beginning to think they weren't even on the boat. Also, it turns out this lady isn't her mum, it's just a neighbor. Eventually, Renee managed to make the pair confess. And then they said, hey, we haven't done anything wrong. We haven't taken any money. And in the end, it looks like there'll be no criminal punishment for the scam, because Hungary, a former communist country, has no laws against insurance fraud on the books.
Fucking commies! Ugh! Don't ever do this. Don't ever do it. If you ever don't, that's a bad one.
Mario, would you teach me some Italian?
Oh, of course.
Years ago, I was Chinese.
Get back on board, for fuck's sake.
Okay, thanks.
Gregorio De Falco, the naval officer who shouted at Scatino to "Vada a bordo caso," became a bit of a national hero overnight in Italy. He, like the rest of the world, expected Scatino to go down with the ship. And when the captain chickened out, De Falco was there to admonish him. And
when people say the captain goes down with the ship, they don't mean if the ship goes down, the captain has to kill himself along with the ship. They mean it's the captain's job to make sure that he stays there until everyone else is safely off board in the event of an emergency.
And immediately began preparing.
Because it's your fucking responsibility.
Saved several lives. His actions were applauded by most Italians who were tired of their public servants being corrupt and avoiding responsibility. Accordingly, shirts sporting "Vada a bordo caso" were being printed by the end of the week, others setting it as their phone's ringtone. But then, in September 2014, without warning, De Falco was transferred to an admin role in the Coast Guard.
Hear what I said? He'd been demoted.
De Falco said that he had been passed up for promotion, that he had also not been told which admin office he was even being transferred to, and that it all effectively cancelled 10 years of his career. De Falco
it's really bad.
Was Tres Furioso. And there was public speculation that it was owing to bad blood between himself and Admiral Delano, his former boss. His status among the public overshadowed his superior in many ways. On the other hand, his boss said, no, it's part of a normal career
olds are
progression for
jealous.
naval officers, and that he must show more maturity and professionalism to advance his career. Now, it's hard to know what's true in office politics, so let's leave that alone. And anyway, in 2018, De Falco said "Buenas noches, ya later" to the Italian Navy to become a politician. In March that year, he was elected to the Italian Senate, serving as a member for Livorno. He still serves there today.
I'm the captain now.
Good for you, man. Chad, is it strange I never cared for Goosebumps?
The day after the disaster, Scatino was taken into custody by police and underwent questioning. However, it was clear that this would not be a straightforward investigation.
It rarely is, I'll be honest.
Under house arrest at his home in Sorrento, a town in Napoli. By July of that year, the house arrest was relaxed and he was allowed within this general area. While under house arrest, he wrote a book with this journalist from Rai magazine. I have no idea what it says, I don't speak Italian. But goddammit, he must have some kind of charisma going on.
R.L. Stein has a case for most Jewish-looking human ever made.
Yeah, with her as well. Hold on, I got it.
I think I've only seen him like once, I'll be honest.
This dude is determined to abandon his wife as well.
I think he played like an old man that knew the deal in like some shitty made-for-TV movie that aired on Cartoon Network in like 2007.
And all of those plea
I think it's the only time I ever saw him.
Except for Scatino's. And the condition of everyone's reduced sentences are that they must provide witness testimony against Scatino.
He touched me.
Ciro, Jacob, and Sylvia were all given suspended sentences. Roberto and Manrico are able to opt for community service or house arrest. Not a bad deal.
A good deal. A good deal.
And that meant that Schettino was now all on his own. Ciro, the first officer, was the first to give his testimony. On the witness stand, he claimed that Schettino was distracted by his mistress and other guests on
She
the
looks
group.
like a foot, dude.
That there was confusion over who was in command. Then it was Jacob's turn, and he said Lamau XD because he didn't actually bother with his testimony or his reduced sentence. He just fled the country. It took authorities 12 months to eventually track him down on the outskirts of Jakarta. And when they said, "Oi, we still want that witness testimony," he just scalped it again, and he hasn't been found since. After that, Ferrarini gave his testimony, then look, we don't have time to relitigate the whole trial, so let's just go straight to the verdict. Guilty!
Yeah!
Schettino was found guilty of multiple manslaughter, causing a shipwreck, abandoning ship, and lying to authorities. He is sentenced to 16 years and 1 month in prison. But wait, there's still the appeals. The appeals
You're not
trial
gonna, that's
begins.
not gonna, no.
And the verdict on the appeal? Surprise! Rejected.
Yeah.
So Schettino's lawyers appealed again. And the verdict on the final appeal?
Why does he look like Al Pacino now?
Schettino made multiple attempts to secure a plea deal but was denied by the prosecution each time. The prosecution called for Schettino to be sentenced to 26 years in prison, calling the incident a Titanic affair.
Oh, okay, I see what you did there.
Schettino was not present. His lawyers stated that he was waiting outside of the jail for the ruling, so that if his plea was rejected, he could immediately start serving his sentence. And with that, 5 years and 4 months after the disaster, he was finally in a cell.
I will not be making any comment. Oh, God, that hurt.
Never once watched a Linus Tech Tips video in my
The
life.
salvage operation
Not a single time.
was enormous. It took over 2 years and cost an estimated $1.2 billion. Beginning in early 2012,
Is it worth
they
refloating the
spent
$500 million ship if you're spending like
At the same
over
time, they had to
double
pump
the amount
seawater in
it
so
cost
that
to build in the
balance wasn't
first fucking
affected and the
place?
ship didn't slide around. In early 2013, a platform was built under the ship.
Work seeing that robots have inner frames and going, whoa, FNAF endoskeleton.
Cables attached to the
Do you think Twerk watched Terminator for the first time and started pogging and pointing at the screen and said it's just like Freddy?
Could then roll over properly.
She seems
By
the
late
type.
2013, the ship was upright once more.
You're forced to? Jesus
The
Christ.
sponsons were then attached to the side of the ship to help keep it balanced. It now rested partially above water and crews could walk around safely. By July 2014, the water was removed from the sponsons and compressed air was pumped in to lift the ship. And she was ready to cruise again. This time to a port in Genoa. It was a 4-day towing journey to the docks where a 2-year process of dismantling and recycling...
Face tons of legal issues for leaving it in the water because of ecological
That
damage.
same weekend of the towing, Schettino...
How much ecological damage are you gonna get from it being like 250 feet out of the shore?
He appeared on the front page of a local newspaper, flanked by 2 of Italy's most eligible bachelorettes.
Can this man not think with his dick for like a month?
Anyway.
Rate Zog
so
armbands.
these are the things
Armbands
that I
are a pretty
remember
good look in
from
general, I'll be
Costa
honest.
Concordia. That sweet maiden of the sea. And as for you, little fella. Well, it's time to return you. From whence you came.
My favorite bit in Titanic is when she throws the jewel into the ocean and the fat guy goes up to her right after her and just screams, "That really sucks, lady!"
1. NordVPN, good product, check them out. Number 2, there's a new video on
That's the
second channel.
best.
You probably didn't see it because it was temporarily restricted. Now it's not. Enjoy. 3, if you've never seen the second channel before, give it a go. It's a different type of content, but we put a lot of production into it. It's not just offcuts. 4, there are a couple secret channels as well, but I ain't telling you where they are. 5, no more 45-minute videos on the main channel. Back to 10 to 15 minutes and more of them. 6.
Boy, that one didn't stick for long, did it?
On incognito mode. It's got a ton of detail that we had to cut for the sake of brevity, and will no doubt feature a ton of corrections as well. That's it. Thank you.
Spicy.
Fuck you, bitch. Okay, chat, I'm gonna go piss, and then we're gonna come back, and we're gonna get another batch, and we're gonna keep doing this for at least another hour, okay? Okay, I'll be back. Don't leave. I know where you live. Alright, I'm here, I'm back, I exist. Hey chat, you know Reese's is very good. I really like Reese's. Reese's is delicious. Big fan of Reese's. Anyway. Crocodile. Night of the Pizza Bear. Source filmmaker.
Oh man, Trey, look up at the sky. It's a full moon on the Sabbath. This is scary.
I could really go for pizza, I'll be honest.
Break it down.
Five Nights at Freddy's is a psychological horror game based on the Federal Pizza Association's seedy alliance with the United Cyborgs of America.
That sounds about right.
You play the role
It's a very easy to understand plot comparison.
Babysit a group of malfunctioning pizza robots who also want to date you. The story begins when Wimpy and Enos Fartbear decide to build a family diner on top of an ancient Egyptian puppet show. This infuriates the spirit of Puppet Master 3 on VHS, who threatens to curse them for the rest of time if
this
they
is pretty
don't
accurate
on this exciting new pizza venture. With his help and magical powers, not only are the Fartbear's dreams brought to life, but their lovable cast of animal friends, Fatty, Ugly, Dumpy, and Stinky. And thus begins the legend of Fatty Fartbear's Pizza.
This is only slightly sillier than actual FNAF lore.
During the day, the diner is run entirely by robot animals. Everything from entertainment
There is not a chance I'm interested in this beer!
to gluing cheese to drywall and calling it pizza is completely automated, as the Fartbears have long since retired.
Can Twerk confirm is this accurate?
Haunted discotheque.
I assume.
And what Franklin Facebear's Pizza Fortress lacks in human interaction, it makes up with malfunctioning.
Remember when Michael Afton just tanked having a robot leap inside of his body and then he threw it out?
However, during the night, the robots launch a sinister plan to appease the will of their vengeful lord, Pisa, the Egyptian god of Italy. Using ancient Egyptian Craigslist, the robots hire you to work at Fuzzy Fred's Pizzorium Emporium as a late-night security guard. All through the night, you're hunted down by the mechanical cast with their dark, magical powers, sinister traps, and insisting that keeping a door closed somehow uses electricity. If you get caught, you'll be presented as tribute to Pisa's endless spaghetti nightmare. However, if you can survive 5 nights of this psychological torture, the robots will be forced to get help from Puppet Master 3, who will challenge you to a skee-ball game. For your soul.
I could destroy this son of a bitch at skee-ball.
Pisa himself will challenge you to a go-kart race down Dead Man's Curve. For your soul. Again. And if you're strong enough to complete the Fartbear Challenge, you will be crowned the Grand Poobah of Butt Johnson's Tuna-Flavored Ice Cream Showdown! But if your thirst for conquest hasn't been quenched, you can bring the battle to the Pizza Robot homeworld in the highly anticipated expansion pack, 5 Nights at Freddy's 2, Warlords of Draenor.
How long is it gonna be until this franchise goes to space? With no hint of irony?
And the all-new dating
it's bound to happen.
Mode.
This already happened. This is a thing that exists already.
Venus's House of Weenus, let me just be the first to say, welcome to the Fartbear family. We know drones like you have many choices when it comes to your meaningless drone-ployment, and we're glad you were dumb enough to select us. We hope
you want to kill a franchise, you send it to space. I believe it was Total Biscuit who said at one point that every single video game franchise is destined to either put zombies or kart racing in it.
Includes the employee orientation. Does anyone
God rest
have
his
any
skeleton.
Questions? Good. Come back later so we can kill you.
This is a Jason X chat room. He tanked re-entry, for God's sake. This is all very accurate. Exceedingly so. Next! From Ripleb. Vince McMahon, directed by Dave. Naming one of them Randy. That was cinematic. That was phenomenal. That was powerful. Here's another contribution. We're watching the Ultima 3 review from Spoonie. Keep on this train. Claim it was his Mr. McMahon character in court. A simpler time, Chathany, a better time. A very easy to understand point in history. This is what, 2009, 2010, something like that?
Ultima 3 Exodus was actually the first game I ever played on a computer, and it was amazing, even though at the time I was too young to really appreciate most of it. This is where the series really hit its stride. It dumped all the stupid phasers, space shuttles, and time travel, and became a more traditional fantasy RPG. The documentation, the artwork in the books,
Hello,
and
Car.
the cloth map were awesome. Okay, so the story wasn't anything great. In fact, it's almost insultingly bad. You beat Minax, and Sosaria is once again happy.
Great Terry in court with his fancy do-rag saying and the Hulk Hogan character at an agent. I
all
thought.
the legions of hell to take revenge and
Don't remind me.
Of course!
Hey!
Seriously, after Mondane's psycho ex-girlfriend, we didn't check to make sure he didn't have any more children or distant relations or roommates at Hogwarts. Anything. Actually, it's never exactly clear what Exodus really is. The book says something about it neither being man nor machine, but, well, we'll get to that. I always loved the character creation for this game. You could customize your characters any way you wanted, change out party members at any time, and since you could create and store backups, you could even keep some characters on the bench to pinch hit in special situations, like if you needed a thief to go looting and disarming traps. You had a ton of character classes to choose from.
Did anyone ever buy the
Murderous,
AVGN
snowcasting
DVDs?
jesters
Fuck.
called Larks. They can use any weapon in the game, but they can't wear any armor. I guess they're really fond of the motley. You had to play around with it to find out what each guy really did, and in fact, I still don't know what an alchemist does. You had even more races to choose from, like elf, dwarf, human,
Dwarf
hobbit,
strength
and fuzzy.
maxing, Jesus
Hell's a
Christ.
fuzzy. Why do they make such good druids? What are they, Ewoks? And what's a bobbit? I guess they're mean hobbits and they don't take any crap. Don't mess with them or they'll cut your dick off. Oh, and you can even choose your gender in this game for some minor stat variations. Males tend to be stronger, females more intelligent, and others, well, sometimes a guy just feels like he was born in the wrong body, you know?
Corbin
I don't think I've ever seen a
Dallas!
game before or since this that let you play a character of, shall we say,
Anyone bought the
unconventional
Kick-Assia
gender?
DVD?
The beginning of the
Kick-Assia
game features
specifically,
this
huh?
little scene where 4 heroes are dueling with a dragon, which always just roasts them into ash. For some reason, I always got a chuckle out of that. The game's pretty open-ended, and as long as you go into all the dungeons to collect the magic marks, you're in pretty good shape. There are fiery marks on some of the walls.
That's
that
my
burn you
preferred
when you
approach
touch
to
them,
open
but
world
when
shit.
You do that, they give you some magical benefit.
You gotta
like
go do
shooting
X,
lava,
Y, and Z. Just
force
do that in
fields,
whatever
and getting
order you
past the
want.
giant snake in front of Castle Exodus. The only trick is that you need to eventually sail into the whirlpool that prowls the oceans. Doing this shipwrecks you in a hidden continent called Ambrosia, and you have to go here to find the 4 magic cards necessary to defeat Exodus. And no, the magic cards have nothing to do with summoning.
They remove
Exodia
movie
the
clips and
story.
replace them with a
The game's
drawing
also
of the
pretty
scene.
strange in that you can find the most powerful weapons and armor in the game almost immediately if you know where to look. The exotic weapons are always in the same place, and as soon as you get a boat, you can just go dig them up and equip them. Leveling up is also pretty simple, depending on how bloodthirsty you are. I remember one town called Fawn that's populated entirely by clerics, and all you have to do is run into town and outright slaughter everyone you see. Clerics give a pretty decent 6 experience points a pop. And
You'd think a town full of clerics would be more defense.
Even better, the entire town respawns every time you exit and re-enter, so it's basically free experience and treasure at a pretty rapid rate. Now, you'd think this is a really Weasley way to play the game, but really, I think it's almost expected.
Oh yeah, this is when they started having console ports of these things,
I
huh?
guess it's good to be a murderous bastard sometimes. Attacking Castle Death, the stronghold of Exodus, is pretty intense. None of the usual tricks work here. For instance, you can't stop time. Worse, the whole castle crawls with demons and dragons, all of which can throw devastating blasts from all the way across the map. So if you're relying on melee fighters, you can count on eating about 500 points of damage before you even get within sword range. This is a good game to go heavy on spellcasters because, believe me, the magic rocks. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about the magic. It's awesome. There are 2 separate books of fluff for magic alone, one for wizards and the other for clerical magic. Basically, the books just exist to tell you what the key mappings for each spell are, but the coolest spells are the ones that cause mass death. Early on, clerics get one that basically wipes out all the undead on the screen, and wizards get one that makes orc heads explode in mass.
That's pretty
The
good.
best wizard spell is P, which is a mass banishment spell that requires you to speak the name of he whose name must not be spoken, the dog one, and it kills pretty much anything. I thought Exodus was supposed to be the ultimate evil, but whatever.
Pretty good.
It's cool. The cleric's best spell is Zikul.
That's not how you pronounce it.
What's it mean?
It's a sound you make when you get your sexual organs trapped in something.
Oh, it's not a word. It's just the first letter of the 7 words of anti-creation. It's the anti-life equation. Holy crap!
Few games
this
let
makes
you
me
use
feel
something
you're
like
raining some
that.
Serious death on
Need to
dudes.
go back.
But even with such potent magics at your disposal, the final sentry before you face Exodus himself is by far your deadliest and most nefarious foe yet. unleash
The floor!
An unseen killer that all living mortals must one day face. The floor! Yeah, the floor attacks you. This is what it looks like. They're completely invisible, and believe me, they hurt like a motherfucker. Unless you maneuver intelligently, you'll have no way of knowing where the pain's coming from. And even so, the odds are good you're gonna lose most of your party here. But seriously, the floor kicks your ass? I understand they want to make it difficult and throw in some invisible enemies, but the floor? We couldn't go with invisible swords.
It's psychotic, isn't it?
How can the floor kick your ass?
Pretty easily, it turns out. Hey kids, it's that guy who used to be funny. Then he started taking his work too seriously. Don't fall into the Vtuber trap, kids. Don't ever fall into the Vtuber trap.
Damn it. I swear to God, I'm gonna murder that dog.
Saw someone discover an ancient grasshopper and then drew a Gajinka of it. They discovered an ancient grasshopper? Like a mummy grasshopper? Is that what you mean? Huh.
All right, Tim Lincecum. Tell me who the real freak is.
We love a good Evil Dead bit. Compilation of these reviews, and it had the skits removed. You like your toast without any butter, do you? Cretaceous grasshopper and amber. One of those. Got it. Simpler times.
You can finally confront Exodus, and he just turns out to be a computer.
Yeah, how does that work?
And no, you can't just smash the console or unplug him. The only way to destroy him is to use the 4 punch cards you found in Ambrosia, and you gotta use them in the right order, or Exodus incinerates you. And how do you know what the right order is, besides trial and error? Well, you have to go find the Time Lord at the bottom of a dungeon and ask, no, not that Time Lord, this one. Well, it might be the same one, I don't know.
Who knows?
Down in this place surrounded by monsters when he could just use his TARDIS and get out, I don't know. And no, I can't explain where Exodus or the punch cards come from. To tell you the truth, I was pretty disappointed by this ending. I expected some glorious final battle to cap off the trilogy with some horrible demon like the one on the cover of the box. Not learn your ultimate enemy was Skynet and your final battle was to beat up the floor and feed punch cards into a computer. But hey, Exodus dared to break tradition, and it was a pretty good game to boot. Besides, I challenge you to name one other game where you can play a transsexual Ewok jester.
Oh god, fuck, I forgot. Those Ewok movies are weird, man. You stare deeply into his soul. Look at him. There is no light in those eyes. It is a creature of chaos. I can't wait for Disney to sue me over this. I never cared for Yup Dub. I forgot those were a thing. Everyone did. Didn't Doug Walker discover Star Wars with the Ewok movies? I believe so! I believe I remember that. Those things are absolutely cannibals. Really look at it. That thing eats human flesh. I hate his eye. I believe that's the point. Still have never watched those Ewok movies? Don't. With no hint of irony whatsoever, the holiday special is more worth your time than the Ewok movies.
Behold the works of Gabriel von Sanchez. His art was ambitious in its scope. His masterpiece was, of course, Dance of the Anarchists. Brilliant. Sanchez then began to play Ultima Exodus, the role-playing video game from FCI. It was a strange turn. Sanchez loved the game, and he spent less and less time in the studio. He was never the same. Consider Man with Dog.
Ultima Exodus for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Once you start playing, nothing else matters.
Simpler times. Next! Good review still. 1 Minute Melee, Season 4, Episode 10. Snake versus Chris Redfield. Metal Gear versus Resident Evil. Hyun's Dojo. I miss this series. I miss it a lot. They were going to eat Luke and the gang. Yes. Feature-length holiday special right after Star Wars 1. He said he would, if he had the time, he would track down and destroy every single copy in existence. They just kind of stopped making these, and they never actually explained why at the end of the day.
No one.
Chibi Morrigan. Take that, Redfield! Would you? Yeah, of course! They really had a flair for the dramatic in these, didn't they? They had timings down perfect back then. Doing the full level 3. Is there a market for 60-minute melee? I don't think anyone would actually greenlight that. Attaboy, David!
This melee's winner is Snake.
That's my boy.
Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the show.
I miss this show. I miss it a lot.
If you like 1 Minute Melee, be sure to subscribe to Hyun's Dojo and the creators Hypergauge.
I remember hearing at some point that they had planned to do an entire season of nothing but like DBZ stuff, and then no one liked that when they heard it, so they scrapped the entire thing and they just haven't gotten back to it apparently. Fuckers. Vrisk, Mr. Bean / Johnny English in Fallout New Vegas. Not having a problem facing Wesker post-virus. Snake scales above like 90% of Resident Evil.
Welcome to Good Springs.
You may proceed.
They kick you out if you hit the jackpot too many times. Very good. Snake just decking Wesker out of his teleports. Yeah, he probably would get the yes man ending, wouldn't he? Man, that show is complete dog shit, isn't it? No redeeming qualities. Next! Not Theo. Tenma eats some tasty rocks. Very fond of this animal.
Rocks. Voice pack. I kind of want to do that into a hand camera. I just sit and eat rocks. Thank you very much for the cabbage voice pack. I'm very honored. I'm overwhelmed.
I can imagine. How many rocks? Enough.
But also, you fuckers, you guys want me to eat rocks. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have a 3-course meal. I'm gonna bricks by the end of this. Let me just...
Yeah, just eat dirt. Just eat actual dirt.
Maybe if I put salt over them.
Chat, you ever have that thing where you can just taste a single grain of sand in something you eat somehow and it's like the worst thing ever?
Nice. Delicious.
Flat girls are the true meaning of segs. Pretty up there.
You know what could go well?
Rocks. Tenma playing Cry of Fear and pretending her game crashed to not have to keep playing. So fucking based.
I don't know if
Cry of Fear is still definitely up there for worst shit I've ever played in my life.
Continue. I have good teeth. I have good teeth. Don't worry about them. They're very... Was this part of my tooth?
I feel like you would be in significantly more pain if it was part of your tooth. The dev was a groomer? This explains a lot!
Imagine you're on a date with me, John. And you order like a hamburger or something. And you're like, what do you want, sweetie? And I'm like, no, I got my own meal. She takes out a bag of rocks. How was your day, sweetie? I'm dying. Would you like to start praying? Can I have praying in my chat? We're eating the final meal.
Chipped tooths don't hurt that much. If they're chipped down to the nerve, they fucking do! You are not eating Dwayne. You're eating a picture of Dwayne. Thompson's teeth. The only teeth strong enough to eat other people's teeth. Very fond of this animal. Next! Smiling Friends in Silent Hill 2, Eli, handle B.wave. I've been looking forward to this.
Hello, sir. Why the long face?
I'm looking for Silent Hill. I'm kind of lost.
We're the Smiling Friends. We can help you.
Okay.
You know, the guy that plays James in this is very good at his job. I wish he was in a game that wasn't a remake of one of the best things of all time.
You had to do it, man. It's okay.
No,
oh my God! Whoa!
If you do that again, I'm gonna punch you. I'm not kidding.
Look, Pim. I know it's our job to help this guy and everything, but I think this guy's a lost cause. Why don't we just cut our losses and get out of here?
Oh, come on. That's nonsense, Charlie.
I think the biggest surprises are behind. Dude, I warned you. I said I was gonna do that if you did that again.
Are you alright?
I think he's possessed, man, but don't worry. My uncle taught me exactly what to do in a situation like this. The power of Christ compels you!
Fuck face!
God, it's not coming off! Ah! Oh my God, what the fuck?
James. Oh, James.
Charlie, this is a fake knife.
What?
Yeah, it's one of those plastic knives that retract, see?
Oh my god.
It's a gag knife.
Okay, well, let's go back to the office. We just need you to sign some paperwork that says we failed to make you smile. And then you can, you know, do what you gotta do and all that.
Okay.
That's fucking brilliant. It's the best one of these we've ever seen. It's fantastic. This is quality slop. You only like it because it's good. The Monster Hunter Pizza Caper by Googly Gareth.
I got a question for you. Hope it's important. Last night, we ordered a pizza pie.
There was 8 slices.
Okay.
Amongst us 2.
So just so you get the visual, I'm sitting here.
Give your honest
Rami's
opinion.
sitting here.
You're right in front of your 4 slices.
Right, okay.
Okay.
So I ate this corner.
He ate that one first.
He ate this corner.
I ate this one.
Right.
He ate that one.
Yes. Right.
I ate this one.
Yes.
Right. He skipped that one.
Maybe I didn't want that. Maybe I wanted
He
the corner.
skipped that
Yeah,
one.
I went to the corner.
Stood up and took mine.
I didn't stand up nothing because if
He
you don't
reached across
I grabbed the
and he
corner.
took my slice.
Was this corner bigger? No, it was smaller. As a matter of fact, that's why I took it. You should have ate the pizza on your table. Pizza I want.
No, you
It's
can't.
mine.
That was yours in front of you.
You're wrong.
You chose
You
that
took
side.
my half.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I ate my side. I ate my
No,
side.
you didn't. This four.
You, me,
I had
you,
this side.
me.
You took. So now I want.
Stay on your side.
You're pissed.
Was this from a reality TV show or some shit?
Proper pizza etiquette.
What do you know about etiquette?
You're wrong, Mario. You're wrong.
Yes.
You're wrong. Oh, come on. I understand you're both upset over the great pizza caper here.
No, I'm
but
not
let's
upset.
relax. And somebody's here now. There's a piece of rolling up on a lot.
Ah, Vincent. That's my dude. You, me, gas station, but everything is fish by the mining meteor. This is less than a minute long.
You, me, fish station. What are we getting for dinner? Fish, of course. Uh-oh, there was a fish inside of our fish. We black out and wake up in a fish.
I will not be consuming more fish.
You know what that means? Fish. Stench draws in a fish. What do we do?
I will choose to not be engaging with more fish.
Handed, fish, naked? Oh, yes, please. We befriend the fish after we beat it in a fish, then we ride it into a fish. Dance, dance, revolution. Revolution? Overthrow the fish? I think so. Next thing you know, I'm reincarnated as fish, then I turn into a fish, fly into the fish, black out again, wake up, do a fish, white out, which I didn't know you could do, then I smoked a fish, greened out, then I turned into the fish, uh-oh, looks like the fish is kicking in.
Drugs must be nice. Next! Clint Smith on shotguns from Sin. 12 seconds.
Pistols put holes in people. Rifles put holes through people. Shotguns at the right range with the right load will physically remove a chunk of shit off your opponent and throw that shit on the floor.
It's a good way to describe it. YouTube, Modern Warfare 2 greatest throwing knife kill that didn't kill Modern Warfare 2 Machinima. Ancient. Upload. Primordial.
Now that is really nice. Hey, what the fuck, man? You shit on my title card. Oh,
They do that.
God, you son of a...
Snack wasn't alive, so true.
Hey Jack, you know all those crazy videos you see on the internet? Ones with all the insane knife throws?
Oh yeah. In fact, I pull a few of those off every once in a while.
See, I find that hard to believe because every game I carry the throwing knife, I never get one of these insane throwing knife kills. It's like it's impossible or something.
See, this is exactly why they call me Jack the Stallion. It's because I got a big dick.
What does your dick size have to do with getting a throwing knife kill?
Alright, Steven, look. All jokes aside, I'm gonna show you how to get one of these crazy-ass knife throws. This is why I'm popular all over YouTube land.
Alright, Jack. If you really think that you can get one of these insane knife throws, then by all means go ahead and show me right now.
Alright, Dick, I'm gonna show you right
Re-upload the Mel Gibson video Nova did in 2009. You know, when Machinima went under, a lot of shit got lost to time.
What the fuck? I didn't get the kill. Dude.
Oh, dude, don't tell me that guy's still alive over there.
This doesn't make any sense. How does someone survive a throwing knife? It's like a one-hit kill. I don't understand. What the fuck is going on?
I believe my tried and true strategy back in the day was just throw a grenade over every wall.
Fuck, man.
Just fuck it. It might work.
Shit. This has never happened before. He's supposed to die. A throwing knife is supposed to kill in one hit.
I don't know, man. Maybe we should, call the cops.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Hey, you! Hey, help me! Help me, please! Help me, I'm bleeding to death! Oh my god, there's a knife! In my sternum! Help me, please!
I think I can tank a knife.
Wait! What the fuck are you doing?
I think a knife being thrown at me from like 100 yards, I can handle that. I'd probably be fine. My bones are pretty dense.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Good bit. Humorous. Next! Bastard! Pebs.
That ought to keep things settled for a while.
Goodbye, Pete.
Bastard. Bastard.
That's a lot of Pete.
Look at him go. Bastard.
Todd Bot, how many Pete? There's more Pete. Funny. Next! Say yes to Gygus. Grandma got absolutely pulped by a reindeer. Part 3.
It will feel like Christmas to people everywhere. It will feel like Christmas.
I can't wait to get a claim from whoever owns this fucking Christmas special.
It will feel like Christmas to people everywhere. It will feel like Christmas when we all learn to share. When we all learn to share. When we all learn to share.
Oh, good, we're doing the existential thing.
Grandma, what's going on? I see the smiles of people who share with others every Christmas. But none are as radiant as yours, Jake.
Analog grandma?
I have till the end of the week to stop Cousin Mel from smelling Grandma's store. Look, Sherlock. Fuck Grandma. Fuck you. give up.
I forgot that chick was even in this special, I'll be honest. Zero recollection.
And you don't seem to understand.
Oh, good, it's happening. All of this will get claimed. It's gonna be great.
He's such a little bitch.
When I was a boy, I had to use a beaver for a chainsaw.
He's not cool. Total
Opening the vault to pad out the full 3 hours. Thank you, I appreciate your service.
so reality challenged.
Christmas tree.
Nobody gets a tree anymore.
They used to air this every goddamn year on Cartoon Network. Along with Olive, I believe. The darkness.
Dear princess, in my restless dreams, I see the kingdom. The Mushroom Kingdom. You promised you'd invite me over for a picnic here again someday. But you never did. Well, I'm alone here now. In one of 1,007 Koopa hotels. Waiting for you.
What?
You've got email. You've got email.
Dear Santa,
I come before you today, humbled and humiliated, to ask you for one thing.
Kill Peter Parker!
I want you to kill
my sister. Oh, also, please, 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 please help find my grandma. Thanks, Jake Spankenheimen.
Spankenheimen's diabolical.
Not a single goddamn letter from Cityville. It's as if they're too busy with their pre-fucking fabricated piece of shit, greedy goddamn asshole lives to need my fat fucking ass anymore. What?
Nicholas, you get your fat ass back here.
Think that's Royce? Oh boy. The
Strawberry
mystery
Dr.
of
Peppers.
Grandma
Very good,
X
right?
Pickens. Email or reply immediately.
I have a better idea. I'm Quincy.
You're an elf.
Top elf, to be exact. But let's just say, I have been known to...
Is that like being a pimp's top bitch?
What are you doing here in September?
I came to ask a question.
What?
Phil Collins is sending the black fans.
Would you like to find your grandma?
More than all
It always comes back to Phil Collins.
Follow me.
There goes take across the sky. That jester's got some power. He's shooting through the stratosphere at 400 miles an hour.
This kid's got some durability feats on him.
This sense with smiles and laughter. I'm sure that's all there is to this. No dark subplot hereafter. He will look like beef jerky to people all around. He will look like beef jerky when Jake hits the ground. Saying what's up with that Toothless bit. He always ties up and comes back. No one ever even mentions it. This creator's such a hack. Like beef jerky to people all around. He will look like beef jerky when Jake hits the...
It's always the wall, isn't it?
wall.
You better have a good reason why you
You can tank re-entry. I think I can manage. I think I'd be fine.
And brought a human here. Thought you'd like to spank Jake Mietenheimer. The Jake Spankenheimer who loves blades. Not that I condone it. Writes angry reviews for video games he's never played. Not that I condone it. Wants me to kill his sister. Not that I condone it. And helps his grandma in the kitchen. It's nice to finally meet someone from Cityville who still gives a shit about Christmas.
Pretty cool.
Grandma, there's someone here who wants to see you.
That's wrong, Grandma. That's the wrong one.
Not you.
Kids nowadays.
Grandma.
Right on.
Okay, I'll bite.
It's me, Jake.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Don't you remember?
Nope.
It's me,
Who are you again?
Jake.
No.
You've got to remember.
Nothing.
Grandma.
Never met her.
Cousin Mel's
The
taking
blonde
what's your
one
name
can
again?
get.
Jake.
Go back to the elves. The blonde one can get it.
Remember? It's me.
Okay.
Right on.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
What's your name again?
Jake.
And who would that be?
It's me.
Jake.
You remember.
Who is he?
Classic case of amnesia. Can't remember a thing.
If you don't come back right away, she's going to sell your store to Mr. Bucks. Will you come back with me and stop the sale?
Fair.
Sure, sweetie.
Oh, yay!
Quincy, hook up the reindeer to the sleigh.
Uh-oh. Good landing.
Whoa. That was a landing. I better sit here till my stomach catches up to the rest of me.
There's no time, Grandma.
She just does that sometimes. It happens. Good beats.
Mr. Bucks, I found Grandma. She's waiting downstairs. Please, you can't buy the store from Cousin Mel. Mr. Bucks.
He's dead.
We came as soon as... Sorry. Here's the chimneys, not stairs. Holy shit. Austin, stink to me. Lieutenant Neutron? Who? Who the fuck is Lieutenant Neutron? Oh, I better get you medical attention. Quincy! Boss? What, Quincy?
This doesn't bode well.
Doesn't look good.
Where's Grandma? She's missing again.
Listen, Jake. There's something I need to tell you about your grandma.
We don't have a lot of time.
Freeze. Sorry, son. You're under arrest for the murder of Austin Bucks.
Wait! Mr. Bucks isn't dead.
Okay, so attempted murder.
Just 1 second. I'm Santa.
There's no such thing as Santa Claus. Not anymore.
Oh, Officer Donahue, are you still upset about the Christmas of '71? You asked me to fill your lactose intolerant third grade math teacher's house with milk. You know I couldn't do that.
Couldn't? Or wouldn't? Doesn't matter. You're coming with me.
No!
These took many unexpected turns, I'll be honest. That was an emotional roller coaster, I'll be honest. Huh. Good. All right, Chathany, 1 second. I think I can hear the dog whining. Let me check on that quick. Let me check if the dog needs to go out, and if the dog needs to go out, then I'll be right back. Otherwise, nah. Seems fine. I guess I was hearing things. Huh. Auditory hallucinations are a bad sign, right? Like, typically? All right, let me get a little bit more. Let me get some more batch. Let Pappy get more batches. Hang on. Hang on a second. Let me just do the thing. I'm getting more batch. Give me a minute. This has been a very eventful slop through. You know that? Many emotional ups and downs. A lot of things you wouldn't expect. Time is an illusion, at best. I'm getting more. Hang on. I'm doing the thing. Hang on. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Good. I'm doing the thing. Just a little bit more. This should be enough to pad out the rest of the time that we need. Should be. Jim Carrey one was good, right? Okay, back to it. From HTUK 2007, Scott Steiner is good at eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Watch Angle try not to die. Staring at Kurt Angle. It's muted? Shit. God damn it.
Man. In the hood. Tell me. Shut up, Cornette. Mafia runs TNA. Kurt, I got this book. I got this.
Whoa. I got this, dog.
No, I got this.
No, whoa, hold on, dog. I got this, man.
I can beat it.
I tell you what. We said it's what we did in the hood, man.
In the hood?
In my hood.
All right.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I know that. I'm
Wait a minute. Eeny,
looking
meeny,
at Kurt.
Miny, mo.
No. Eeny, meeny, miny.
Wait.
Stop being a baby. Plus, Booker called first.
A baby? I'm good at eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Look at him.
Who starts first wins. How meany he's mo. You jolly jokers. You're jacking around, having fun. This is serious business. Steiner, you're in the main event tonight against AJ.
You see what I'm saying?
You're the one, and I'm telling you this.
You see what I'm
if
saying?
any of you pull anything else and try to jump in on this match, I guarantee you I'll find you. Oh, shut up. You stick that fight. We don't care about
He can't stand this shit. Look at him.
Nobody mess shit out of here.
I look forward to getting a lawsuit from Triple Paul about this. I look forward to it. It's going to be great. Next! Booker T. Respect. 30 seconds.
Respect from this point on.
I mean, this business has always been about three things: money, power, and respect.
Respect.
You know, Joe gave me no respect.
Respect.
Joe gave Scott Hall no respect.
Respect.
Why does he keep doing that?
This business was built on honor, dignity, and respect. Respect.
All we wanted was a little bit of respect. You know, between...
The fuck is wrong with this guy? Complete the trilogy. Scott Steiner is a piece of... TNA got really weird at a certain point, didn't it? Next! Salem and Squid Clown Job by GOH3X. Look at the clown.
Hello?
Hey there, Corpse Kisser. What's going on?
Ugh, what do you want?
I'm bored, so I figured I'd call and make sure you weren't tied up in
Every
someone's
segment with
van.
the stable is Angle trying to produce a real storyline while Scott Steiner yells about bacon and Booker
waiting to
T
meet
shit
with someone
post.
right now.
You're not going out on a date, are you?
No. Not
Stranger
exactly.
times.
Wait, what do you mean by...
What is a clown job in this context? Oh, that makes sense. Would you? Do I look gay to you? Of course I fucking would!
Ta-da.
Yeah! I considered taking up juggling once. Clown whimsy. We all need a little bit of whimsy now and then. That was quite lovely. Alright, we're ending it on blue. The Weird Blue People UN ads by Fat Ogre Bouncer Man.
Why do you want to join the army, son?
To rape, sir.
Why do you want to join the army, son?
To murder and pillage. And of course, rape, sir.
And why
This is
do
basically
you
just all the
want to
Russians
join
did in World
army,
War
son?
II, by the way.
To, keep the peace, protect all women and children, sir.
Arrest these criminals, soldier.
A uniform does not give you a license to rape.
You are not bringing them up.
It does
right.
if you're a communist, apparently.
They're far too happy.
They're children, Father.
Then beat them. It's for their own good. My father beat me. I beat you. It's your duty to beat your children.
And you loved your father.
Are you mad? I hated the old fool.
You can break this cycle of violence.
Huh? Do you promise to beat your wife and abuse her in sickness and in health? I do.
Excuse me?
And do you promise to love and cherish your husband whenever he abuses you?
She agrees.
You may beat the bride.
Enjoy your honeymoon.
Marriage is not a license to abuse.
Weird-ass PSA stuff, a little bit.
Before I lay the soul of this man to rest, let me say a few words in his honor, since we cannot speak badly of the dead.
Not with that
At first,
attitude.
He did not treat women badly. Later, he sexually abused them. No one will miss this bully, not even me. In fact, now that he's gone, the family's having a big party. And I'm already late.
Are we showing a Muslim marriage?
Do not engage in sexual abuse.
I would imagine Smurfs were probably Muslim.
Ouch! Who are you?
I'm your conscience.
You stay out of this. Bend.
Oh! Learned anything?
How can I if you keep hitting me?
Exactly. Teach your son properly.
By emotionally abusing him.
Let's discuss another punishment.
Fathers, find another way. Do not abuse.
Your windows really suck if a soccer ball can go through it that easy.
Hard as you can. Hey, me first. I'm the eldest. Why won't she beat us? She's our mother.
Mothers, never use violence.
Run! They're after us!
I'd like to point out women are significantly more
chasing
guilty on
us?
average than of domestic
Angry
men are.
women!
I'd like everyone to be aware of
Angry
that.
with us? Because they say we abuse them.
But I thought what we were doing was normal.
Times change.
You do not have a right to commit violence against women.
What do you say?
What about the times where they're like, no, please don't, stop, please,
Religion!
while they're
My
leaning
religion
into it more
commands me
because
to
they like
dominate
it?
my wife. Tradition demands I treat my family that way.
Have you read any of these books?
Me? Well, no. Not yet.
Guilty!
No culture, religion,
You
or
have a
tradition
duty. So
is an
true.
excuse for you to use violence.
Welcome back. We continue our discussion on why men rape.
Professor.
Rapists are closely related to chimpanzees. Except the chimpanzee has more intelligence.
Chimps are smarter than
Depending on
rapists?
demographics, I completely
The average
agree with
chimp is
this.
much more advanced than any rapist.
How can you tell?
Well, ask any rapist why he rapes, and you'll get a completely idiotic answer.
You can never justify rape.
Is that an iToy up there? Is that a PS2 iToy? Is that what that is?
Penalty against the home team.
Referee, are you insane?
Huh?
Huh? Do not let your frustration escalate into abuse.
Don't you just love being the man of the house? You kids don't belong here. Get out. You should see their faces. Old frail people, they're my favorite. I hate you. I'm not taking care of you.
CNC enthusiasts say
You know what
differently.
the funny thing is?
They all still love me. What? You
Someone
don't find
bring
that
up
funny?
quote
You do not
1.
need to hit, to hurt.
Use the
Stop
bot and bring up
verbal
quote
abuse.
1. Why did the UN pay for these? Couldn't tell you. There it is. That's a good one. If women didn't want you to own them, they wouldn't willingly buy collars. Evergreen! Every time. All right. Well, aren't we glad we're all here again, kids? Thank you. Coming by the stream, I appreciate it. If you want to know when the streams are going to be or what we're going to be doing any given day, scroll down just a little bit, hit link, follow me on Twitter. Twitch is there. Stream there also. Feel free to give that a follow. Patreon's down there. Little bit of support goes a long way to help you and get your name in the credits along with these little people right. Yeah. Thank you. Should be back on Monday. I'll probably do a poll in the server for whatever you want to see. So stay tuned for that at some point or whatever, but thanks. I'll see everyone again in the next one. Take care now, kids. Goodbye.